It's Wednesday, and that means it's moving day here at the 2023 USA Curling Junior National Championships. I'm Dean Gemmel, and I'm joined for our feature game today by Broomstones member and volunteer here at the Junior Nationals, Kelsey Becker. Kelsey, great to have you alongside me.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So our feature game today is Caiden Rose, the young Caiden Rose out of the Denver Curling Club up against Wesley Wendling. Wendling probably the favorite coming into this event. Give me your take on what we're about to see here, Kelsey.
I think we're going to see a great game this morning. Wendling currently undefeated. Rose coming in a very young team, as you mentioned, here at the U21s, but currently 2-1.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you, Kelsey. I was just checking the spelling of my name because it's typically wrong, and then I thought your name was spelled wrong for one moment because I thought I had that wrong. But we're all good on our way here. There's the teams getting ready. So Rose, young Rose, is about, I think, 13. I could confirm that with his coach, Sean Franey here, but young player, plays with a lot of confidence for a kid his age, doesn't he, Kelsey?
Absolutely. Looking out there, definitely. I'm sure we'll soon be at the same height as his competitors, but for now, maybe that gives him an advantage in calling line. Can really get closer to the ice.
Wendling's playing three-handed. Chris Kirsch is got an injury. He's got, some sort of hip flexor issue. So they played three-handed in their last game, and they'll play three-handed again. Kevin Tuma there, the third for Team Wendling, was just playing with Ethan Sampson at the World Junior National Championships, where they finished with a 4-5 record. Had a really good run, that team. It's just an awfully tough stage, the World Juniors. Well, we're about to get started here. Opening rock, first end. It looks like Wendling has the hammer, and we will start off with Team Rose lead Tate Reeder Holman, who has Kelsey. He's got a matching beanie and matching shoelaces.
A bit up.
Love the style coming out of this Denver team.
Top 8, top 4, T. I think it's in.
One thing I've noticed with this team is they follow their own rocks a lot, right with them the whole way. That's going to slip into the top 4 or top 8. Not a bad opening shot. I think they called the guard, but personally playing the favorite in the field, I sort of like putting that first one in, Kelsey, like that.
Putting the first one in, first end, get a feel for the ice. Often teams will end up blanking the first end anyway, and though they get, 9 minutes of practice before each game?
They do, 9 minutes according to WCF rules. Of course, the other school of thought with going in early is why waste an end if you're already start without the hammer, but nonetheless, they slipped in. I imagine we'll see an exchange of hits for the rest of the way here. Team lineups we could go through. Brock Tate Reeder Holman, he's throwing right now. That's the lead here on this team out of the Denver Curling Club, coached by Sean Franey. Brock Sando plays second.
Drifting.
Avery Wilson is a third, and Caiden Rose, he's in the rings and throwing the brick. That's the skip.
You got it. Good job.
And very nice, right on nose.
And over here, Team Wendling, that's their skipped Wes Wendling we're looking at right now. And this is Jackson Armstrong. Typically he plays lead, so he is throwing the first 3 here, but it'll be a slightly different position. Sweeping there is their third, Kevin Tuma, and they're coached by Jim Wendling out of the Wausau Curling Club. Wausau, just recent host of the Club Nationals here at USA Curling. We're grateful for them hosting that event. I think, according to most competitors, and I hope most people at the club,
exact same.
it was a great event. It was a great event to me, anyways, Kelsey.
Yeah, and I know Jackson Armstrong just coming back from college nationals that was held in Bowling Green, Ohio, a couple of weeks ago.
And what team was Jackson on?
Me for a second.
I believe he plays for Stevens Point in Wisconsin. Gold medalist last year. but got into a pool of death this year and couldn't quite get out after a tough quarterfinal game.
Does he skip at the college level, or what's he playing with that team?
I don't recall what he's playing. I don't think he was the skip. They have a very good junior team. Of course, college curling is all open format.
Right.
So they can really play around with. Oh. See, we do have Jackson's shooter rolled just out of the rings. See what Caiden decides to do here.
Guard.
Put up a nice, tight center guard.
So the college
really like
national
it too.
championships did so.
Oh,
I don't
my
think
hands are
did they not get out of their pool then, Jackson Armstrong, in that?
They got out of their pool, but they actually faced the eventual gold medalists, UPenn, in both their pool and directly into their first quarterfinal game.
Got it.
I'm just cleaning.
So well, I think we'll see Wendling peel this out at this point. It's Wes Wendling in the background there. We'll see what he decides to do here. Continue to rip it out. We heard a lot of junior men's terms yesterday morning for throwing it hard. Can't even recall them all now. It was what was one? I'm trying to remember. But they had more terms for throwing it hard than most teams I've ever encountered. Kevin Tuma playing the peel. Tuma with the tuck delivery. Shades of Matt Dunstone.
Same thing. Yep.
So Kelsey, I happen to think the tuck delivery is the best delivery in curling. It's just very hard to do.
No.
It's definitely the style
Guard.
points.
Guard,
I'm not
yeah.
sure what those who study orthopedics would think of it.
Yeah, I mean, I know that a lot of people always say that, but tuck curlers I know
I think it's there.
they don't have as many problems as people think.
Stay off. I'd stay off.
But it's I think
out.
it's the most efficient
Shot 12.
delivery. It's just very hard to learn
out.
and develop.
Yeah.
But I always tell people, if you have a junior curler
Let it die. Let it die. Let
who
it
you
die.
think could throw that way, I think it's worth.
It's in, but they can take it out
I
anyway.
think a lot
so
of
it doesn't
junior
really
coaches
matter.
are quick to switch to a balanced delivery, and I don't think you have to.
I think especially for takeouts, being that low down to the rock really helps. See the trajectory, see the line, feel the ice. And there it is again, throwing with a corn broom.
Yeah, the old taped up corn broom. That's a cottage industry in curling, I think. So Tuma playing the hits. See an exchange of hits right through the end of this
Hit
end.
it. No, not same thing. We're taking it out. Caiden. Nose. Yep. Normal. Hard. Ground.
It's Reeder Holman sweeping that one, trying to work it over. It will stuff over on the side.
Was I inside?
So that might gift Wendling an easy score of 2 here. Bit unlucky. This is one of those easy 2s that sneaks out of the bag sometimes, Kelsey.
Absolutely, but
Really close.
depending on where this goes, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Caiden
I think we're
throw
back 8.
a huge split house, cross house double. Maybe
I
it's
think-
that kind of morning. Save
I
the
think-
glory for today. It is moving day.
I think the separation will be such. Unless it goes right out, Tuma is going to slide through the ring. So
Ooh,
opportunity
unlucky
missed.
there.
15, 415.
Opportunity missed for Team Wendling.
I think here.
Tuma won't be happy with himself about that. It was his first draw of the game, but
Okay.
typically not a shot he would miss.
Yep, and they had first practice, so as we go through, more stones go down the ice, might be getting a little bit faster. And of course, you're the feature sheet. Got to get the jitters out.
This is Caiden Rose with his first of the opening end. Wendling with last rock.
Whoa. 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 Ow. Yeah.
Hit and stick out on the wing.
Good shot, Caiden.
Nicely thrown. Wendling makes his way to the other end. Throw his first stone of the opening end.
Nine, 8-5, really up.
Bring on the mics. They want to talk to the people who are watching out there, Kelsey.
Let them speak their truth. Let us inside of your heads. That's why we put those mics on. We want to know what you guys are thinking.
I'll see what Kevin got.
Avery Wilson puts a broom down.
I don't know what happened. Get a clock.
Caiden Rose asks for a touch more ice.
Notes that ice is kind of diving here. And ice has been great this weekend.
Yeah, Dan Ostheimer and his crew here. Greg Eisenhower and that crew, and Sean Olson, our USA Curling head ice technician, is here as well, though he said that this crew is a bunch of pros. And
Line's good.
Oh,
Broom's down.
absolutely.
so, yeah, the ice has been really great. The rocks
Yeah.
textured a bit
Yeah,
before
for a
the
piece.
event, but the
Piece.
curl
For
seems
a
to be
piece.
holding up.
Yep. Really
rock
working on
is-
this one and just
my God.
enough
Close.
to get it out.
So the lively striking bands on the stones here at Broomstones. I think we see more action on these stones than we do on
Do you want to try like a
on
hack?
most curling club stones. You can tell by the striking
Try
bands,
11.
they're narrow, so we get the kind of championship rock action we like to see. So Wendling will throw this one through.
$11. Moves a lot.
So Wes threw that with less weight than you might typically expect in these, but it's a good way to get a better read on it. He threw it at 11,
Moved a
which
bit,
is,
right?
I was saying the other day that I always find the hardest ice to put the broom down for me. Not that I'm a great reader of ice, but the hardest I find is hack weight. That's essentially what he just threw there.
Let's just try to keep him in front of the tee, right? I'd
Yeah,
rather not
those
have him
lower
sit
weight
something.
hits a little bit trickier because as you train curlers, as soon as they realize they can throw really heavy, they want to. Sometimes they like to show off a little bit, but if you can consistently throw a beautiful hack weight or
The kick
board
was
weight
okay.
hit,
It would have been back gate on its own.
those win games.
Yeah. I thought about saying like easy, but
We're going to roll here right through this.
Yeah.
I missed the commercial break, but we'll keep going here, John. I'm sorry about that. It's 10 a.m. It's not an excuse, but yeah, I missed
It's
my
day
cue to
3.
go to the commercial break. But so that was a commercial free break. We're back with the second end at the 2023 USA Curling National Championships.
If you really feel like you just got a deal, feel free to go and donate to USA Curling at usacurling.com.
Sure, you said that, Kelsey. Great.
You can also order some great USA Curling merch. Columbia, very warm jackets. Very
We have
sleek.
the online store open now, our new one, not the new merchandise. We've sold merchandise here in Boston as well with our hosts, the Broomstones Curling Club. Yeah, but new merch and more new merchandise
Easy.
coming to that site.
Felt like a
so
lot
we're
to me.
pretty excited about it. You can find it if you go under shop on the usacurling.org site.
Line's good. 14-7.
Wendling drawing to the wing here after the center line guard goes up.
Correct.
Went slightly behind T. See what Caiden wants to do.
Yeah, typically on that shot, a lot of teams will want to be back 8, put it deep, so if they do get into peeling later, it's not a factor as much for jamming. Rose is going to ignore it. I like the draw to the wing strategy with last rock when the center line guard goes up. It does make the other team think.
Caiden sticking with that plan, put up that center guard, and then draw behind. Play to the 4-foot.
So we'll definitely have more rocks in play here. See the Rose team,
Yeah.
They have Denver Curling Club. They're also supported by Rock Creek Curling. Really a great curling community out in Denver has emerged. Two facilities, both of them really great. We were fortunate enough during our men's and women's nationals to get a lot of volunteer support from the Denver curling community. Grateful for that. We'll be there next week with the Mixed Fours National Championship as well. And the U18 National Championship will return to Rock Creek next January.
Oh,
Tight to
really
the guard here.
going hard here.
I think they're going to be by. They were trying to play the roll wide. Now they're going to switch to try to roll under.
It's too much.
Good weight.
And if anything, possibly
Good weight, I just
overswept
need more.
it. Didn't quite get the roll
11-8.
under the center guard.
Yeah, I think their initial plan was to roll wide, and then they, as they got tight to the guard, they
Yes.
elected to try to roll under. They are edge to edge, so not really an opportunity for Rose to roll under.
A bit down. I can curl it. And
You like control now?
So now it'll be an exchange of hits, and at some point, we'll see if that center line guard comes into play. Wendling content for right now to hit and lie 2. That's what he will ask his lead slash third to do, Jackson Armstrong. His lead slash second, I mean.
Yes! Yes!
We have seen teams play three-handed and do really well. Seen teams at the international level do well. Team Dropkin started 2 events this season in the fall with 2 players, or 3 players. I'm sorry, 2 players would be tough unless you're playing mixed doubles. What do you think about playing with 3, Kelsey?
I think at this level, I would personally rather play with 3 folks that I know well than bring in a substitute. Obviously, substitutes at a national level event is a little bit different, not as easy as league night. I think your biggest concern is hiring out your sweepers. I think it's a lot harder on front end.
Everybody always says that, but one interesting reality is when you play with 3, you actually, as a front end player, you sweep fewer rocks. It's just that you're more involved on each one, but you actually sweep. You sweep
Only 5 instead
only
of that
5
6.
versus 6, which some people say to me, "Oh, I have to sweep harder." Well, you should be sweeping the right amount all the time, whether that's really hard or not. Tuma now to hit the line 3. Tough not to group these. He's going to try to hit and roll. It should leave Rose some kind of double.
Good rock, Kevin.
He's going to hit, chop off his own. Actually did not leave a super easy double, although there might even be a triple there.
get all 3 out on this.
Hear what Rose has to say.
You think?
If you hit it.
All right.
If you.
All right.
Looks like the sign for throwing it hard for Team Rose is in place here.
Yeah. Yeah, for the double, for the double. To not hit nose. Yeah. Yes. Why are you going?
Oh, and it is really curling off that center line. Only able to remove one, but that
such an easy
yellow rock
triple.
now is sitting second and is tricky to remove.
Yeah, so Wendling has to deal with that one. It'll be a little tricky to hit and stick right there. Again, tough not to leave some kind of double back.
11-5.
Wait.
So 11-5 hog to hog time is what they were looking for here.
Yep.
And so playing a little quiet, trying to make sure they save their shooter. Is it curling too much now? It's close to really good here. Let's see if they, there it is. Well done by Kevin Tuma.
Amazing.
I did their own color. He wants me to hit it nose.
Great
I
work
think.
by
Yeah.
solo sweeper there, Jackson
Pretty much
Armstrong.
nose.
I think where it really comes into play, playing with
Normal.
3 and sweeping, is that it's all you. If the call is sweep for line, you have to sweep for line. If the call is sweep for curl, you have to sweep for curl. It's all you. You'll see occasionally the one sweeper method, where unless they're sweeping for weight, usually 2 curlers, 2 sweepers will both be going at the same time.
No.
However, if you're the only one out there,
Rip.
So,
I don't like the rip.
You don't know if I was inside or outside?
Yeah.
Missed opportunity there for Rose to make that double.
Just throw hack.
I'm feeling out of it.
Wendling
It's not going to be
debating
like this all
curl
game.
and peeling the center line guard, but has elected
4-3.
to draw to the wing, draw open. He
4-4
thinks
is
he can
good
dig
too.
it out because it is a long center line
okay.
guard. He thinks he can dig it out if he needs to. So he'll ask third Kevin Tuma to draw to the wing.
Top
This is Tuma's
close.
last in this
Line's good.
second end.
Girl side.
You want to
Got it,
draw?
girl. Hard girl.
I mean, yeah, let's just
Girl.
do that. Try to get your draw weight down for the open draw.
Hard girl.
Yeah.
Roll.
and just ticking that center guard.
Can
So Wes Wendling noting
let's
that
go this side
that
so that
miss
it might
on
just
himself.
be behind if you're a bit up.
That center line guard really should have never been an
I guess
issue
so.
on that shot, but looks like they may have found a straight path. Sometimes, you don't throw much down the middle in pregame practices.
You got this.
Everybody's playing to the button for the last shot draw, and you don't really know what works there. It looks as though Rose is going to draw, though. Could play that hit again. There is a hit and roll or remove one, but I believe he's just drawing. What's your take here, Kelsey, on the shot selection?
I really like this call. You freeze
This side.
on that back red,
I like this side more.
really narrow down the scoring area.
Risk, of
Behind
course,
cover from that ticked over yellow guard.
challenge, of course, always playing the freeze. The freeze, especially with championship rocks on good ice against
Line's
teams that can
good.
throw it hard. Tough to make a rough freeze
Where is
that
it?
can't be removed.
Back 8, we like back
Looks like
8.
he's playing the straight come
We
around.
like back 8. Hold it straight. Don't curl it. Straight. If
I'd
anything.
really like.
Make sure it's here.
This
Make
is
sure it's here.
indicative of how young Caiden Rose plays. He plays with a
Make
lot
sure
of
it's here.
confidence. They did play the right turn because they may end up angle frozen behind the
Off,
guard,
off,
which
off,
would
off,
be
so
the
it doesn't
right
overcurl,
freeze.
so it doesn't overcurl.
But as we heard there, so it doesn't over curl. We have a very nice rock there behind
That was a great
coverage.
shot.
Overcurled a little bit, and Wendling thinks he can dig it out with the out turn. Maybe save the one at the back. He's probably going to throw this, I'm going to guess, with somewhere around what Tuma threw before, maybe even a little less, just hack or just through weight.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Probably
it's a
a good shot by Rose there to force Wendling to play something more difficult.
Easy to also accidentally double out your own on the wing there too.
I didn't like.
Yeah, that would be a worst case scenario, I think, but yeah, could.
Try 3-9-4.
After he was in. Well, I was calling.
I'm
him on
usually
up
at the
there.
coach's bench. I always
Um,
see the worst case scenario before me.
Yeah, but then I realized that it was.
Here comes Wendling. Out turn,
11!
quiet hits. It's like now it's starting to move.
He's up!
I think he may have set it out a little bit
There
early.
it goes.
Can they scrape by that guard? I don't think they're going to.
Oh, just nudged it.
rubbed it. So now opportunity rose to maybe put himself in a position to steal here early in the game.
How about you like this?
Yeah.
One?
Caiden loves that. I love it
You
too.
don't care that
Me too. Set up the Christmas
set
tree.
Up for a double though. That's risky.
I like playing it with the
That's
turn
only
Caiden likes too. The
We just
intern.
did this. Oh wait, no, we just did this one. You're right.
Just throw the
Okay.
same shot again. Lock it on
Yep.
top there, and actually even just the best shot here would be buried, biting the button. Would make it really hard for Wendling to score. Doesn't need to be perfectly frozen here. Caiden Rose, his last shot of this second end, made a good one on his first to get his team out of some trouble.
Top
Now,
eight.
can he capitalize on that shot with another good one?
Line's
There
good.
he comes.
Where is it? We want top house. Whoa. It looks up.
Seems like
Where is
sweepers
it?
think it's a little up.
Caiden Rose, the twirling broom, has become his signature this week, I think. If this can it dig in, it's close if it digs. Doesn't want to bounce, though. Well,
You ever got this?
And now you see what I was worried about.
close to good,
Then it
but
would've
as
just sped up and then it
as
would've
his
gotten
third
more
Avery Wilson
played.
pointed out, might have left a double. It's not an easy one, though.
Yep, sweepers didn't put a broom to that one. Usually want to
Maybe a
throw
hair
it
more.
air
said
a
it was
little
downstairs.
light. Give it to your sweepers. Let them
What weight was that on your last?
earn those paychecks.
Start
Okay.
sweeping it to speed it up. No, you don't call something to say
I mean, I think a 12.5 does
There's
There's
it.
so
lunch.
many things in hindsight that I don't
But, I mean, you're trying to get
criticize you
around,
for,
so-
why do you have the right to criticize me for every little thing that I could do more perfect?
Debate
not your
on
fault.
who's to blame behind the Rose and Wilson. Entertaining.
Like this looks.
This
like
is Wes
12.5
Wendling
ice
with
cream.
his last shot. Last shot of the second end. Trying to move these stones just enough to score. He could score 3 if he,
Yeah, and it moves.
or
Okay.
if he moves both Yellowstones far enough, he'll score 3. Tough shot though.
12.5.
Just rubbed on the guard last time. Now Wendling signaling that they have room. It's close now. It's a matter of weight. Can they hold the line? And looks really close to very good. Let's see here.
A really
Enough
hard.
for 2. So he scores 2. That make that 2 for Wendling after 2 ends. And we'll be right back with the third end in just a moment.
You know what we needed? We needed.
We're back. 2023 USA Curling Junior Nationals.
5%. I could have really gone if
From
you
the
were yelling.
Broomstones Curling Club in Wayland, Massachusetts. Score is 2-0. Wendling over Rose. Is your club website clunky and unworkable? Are you tired of your club relying on social media because your website just doesn't work for your members? Finally, the curling
Top 4.
management software your club has been waiting for is here. Check out Warm Room Hero at curling.club today. We missed the commercial break in the first end, Kelsey, so I had to make sure I tell everybody about Warm Room Hero now.
Easy.
Absolutely. You know, for a second, I thought you were talking directly to me, and I was about to defend Broomstones.com with a passion, but
Fair enough.
You're good.
If you're happy with your website, that's great. But if you aren't, or if you want, one thing Warm Room Hero does do, I know, the scheduling aspect of it is really good. And it's developed by someone who is a curler, so they know the nuances of it. Wendling slips to the back of the forefoot. And this will, this will be a false start.
What'd you do? Why'd you stop? You forgot to let go of the rock.
I think his broom head flopped or something.
Concerned about his broom head flopping, so they'll get started now, though. Tate Reader Holman.
Through.
determined that he
I don't know if it's through. He might be back.
didn't get past that
Rock, curl it.
tee line in the house. The rock is only in play once it crosses that tee line.
Yeah, he didn't go far enough to create a problem. Trying
Almost hard to
freeze
not
her.
go past the tee line,
Hey, I got a
so
60.
respect to him for realizing something was up with the slide, although unfortunately
Let's be on at least.
just goes past the desired rock. Hard to reset after something like that.
Small ad.
And I think especially at front
hold
end,
on.
there's a
It's gotta
little bit
move.
of pressure to make sure you're not
Wait till
taking
the
up
end if
too
you
much
can.
time on that thinking
Line's
clock.
good.
Yeah, I like to, when I played lead, I like to slide out
Go
almost
here.
before the broom is down. Save a bit of time for later for your
Hard,
skip.
Kevin!
You got it.
Kevin Tuma trying to work this over. They're trying to go just into the forefoot. How far will they get it? It looks like they can get it into just touch the 8.
Good brush.
Well swept by Kevin into the 8 foot. And now Rose will shift gears and play a hit.
Yeah,
Credit-
pros might already be thinking about the blank here. But we'll see what happens. A lot of rocks to come.
Yeah, rock for a piece. Whoa. Yeah. Stay on it. Stay on it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.
A 6 skip. Hard all the way for a piece. Whoa.
What's funny is that was Avery Wilson with the line call as he was traveling alongside it.
Oh!
Yeah, I think
That is one, actually, I will say, as a front end player, when it's right down
No,
the
it was
center
just
line,
a split
sometimes
second.
you actually have a better
It was
look at
down.
it if you know where it needs to be in relation to the center line.
Oh, I have long talks with my front ends that I coach that,
Yep.
you know, the skip usually has a pretty good view of the line.
I always think it's good if everybody's engaged in every shot. So even as a front end player, I think you can have
Hit.
some thoughts on that
Yeah.
within reason.
Normal. All right, you got this.
I think one of my favorite parts about curling is the communication you need on the ice.
You ready? You ready to get on it?
Favorite
Yeah,
shots
yeah.
are always the team shots where
Yeah, all the way.
a lot of
All the
pressure
way, all the way,
obviously
all the
on
way.
the player,
All the way,
on
all the
the
way.
person throwing the
All
rock,
the way,
but
all the way, all the way, all the way.
you need that line call, you need that
Good throw.
communication from
Good
your
throw, good
sweepers,
throw.
you need that sweep.
Good shot. Good shot.
Brock Sando makes the hit, rolls over slightly.
I'm telling you, it is curling so much.
Avery Wilson thinking there's more curl in the ice than there has been. There's been a lot of curl all week.
10.
Clean. Whoa.
Team Wendling playing relatively quiet weight, trying to wait for the break point and then work it over. Nice control weight, manage it with the sweeper.
So guys, the only thing is that it's curling a lot. It is curling a lot for takeouts. I think we're doing like that thing where you just barely skim it.
Brock Sando, his second of
Yeah,
this
yeah,
third
yeah.
end.
Curl?
They are playing this. They're talking about the amount of curl, but they are playing it with this in the inside out turn. Probably does curl a little more. They might get a double here. No, over the
Wow.
So Sando makes a double.
Really played it close there.
Well, it was an awfully thin double. I'm not sure they were playing for the double to play it that thin, but
It's huge.
it was thin and made.
Wow.
Tuma now with his second of the third end.
Top 8!
One's good.
Top 12!
Wait only. One's good.
Hey, you thinking I should switch that?
15-4. They're close.
Yeah, it looks a bit messy.
Good work.
Tuma slides just to the back of the forefoot.
Sit on it. Oh,
Rose playing a freeze
You're right.
again. So
I don't know what my draw.
clearly looking to get to here versus blank, although this can be a way to blank as well.
I mean, you throw a top 4, maybe they don't freeze, and then it's a blank. So
I like this freeze all day.
Yeah, Brock. Yeah, Brock. For weight, guys. Oh wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Watch it. It's over. Yeah. I think it's dying. It's dying.
See, we
Avery
have
Wilson.
Avery Wilson with his own weight call as well.
He's one of the more animated players on the ice. Got a lot of
Too little.
enthusiasm. That's great to see.
No one cares about your rock quite as much as you do. I also love a 3-person sweep. Get everybody engaged. Bring the skip up. Great time to regroup.
10!
Tuma here will hit that stone just put in the rings by Avery Wilson.
All the way, Jake.
Curling here. He was
Oh,
hoping to roll
wow.
to the wing, but I think they will remove it
Hey,
and
I can
spill
work
their
with
own a
that.
bit.
But still sitting two.
I can work with that.
I just needed more.
Yeah, left and nose double. I can work with that. Normal.
I did too. It was good weight, everything.
Ready, take.
So Tuma got a little thrown off. I forgot they were playing three-handed. That was his third. And now we have Avery Wilson.
Yeah,
It's
Brock.
his second stone. Playing a hit now. Says Rock has some curling to do, and it will just chisel it
What's
over.
happening with my takeout?
I think we just lock one here. Right? Just like that.
Rose and Wilson discussing his release, I think.
Then if he's here, we just always go back. Right there.
A lot of it might also be that
Just bite 4.
different weight takeouts are having different amount of curls, which is expected, but Broomstones ice is often a bit weight dependent, where at a certain spot
Bite
it
top 4.
might just go straight.
Christmas tree yet?
Pretty much right.
And really
Championship.
finding that amount, and also very release dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the
Can't do
model
much
for
with the rock,
championship ice is when it curls a long way on draws, and then when you throw it hard, it will run
Yeah, I
pretty
think like a
much straight.
55 is solid.
That's the ice and rocks combination
My first.
that we're usually looking for, and I think that's the case here. So I think you're right. Wilson might be throwing a little more weight
Top 8!
than Rose is expecting on some of those. And we also see Tuma and
Top 8!
Wayland are throwing really controlled, managed weight.
Top 8! Yeah, we're all there. We're all there.
Weight's all there now. It's a question of line. They don't want to be pretty close to what they wanted. A little offset, so there is certainly a double there.
Yeah.
Let's listen in to Caiden Rose.
That's add a little much.
Right. Nothing in here.
We'll have Jack throw it. Which ones are you throwing?
He's throwing 1, 2, 3 right now.
And pretty quick decision. Nose it, get the 2 out of there. You'll leave a yellow above the T line in front of a red. Potential jam possibility.
I think the dead nose, you'll sit there. You won't get rid of 2, but you will sit in a good spot. So Caiden Rose, his first shot. Third end, trailing 2-0.
Whoa. Curl it. Curl it. Curl it. Curl it. Curl it.
We'll hit both, move to there. I think we'll see Wendling try to hit and roll maybe just a half rock.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think he wants to roll too far, but he's going to be not err on the side of being conservative and make sure he doesn't jam it, but rolling half a rock
Just control.
forces
control.
Caiden Rose probably to draw against 3.
Pro side up, right?
Yeah, and haven't had a lot of
Pro
draws
side you hit and roll out, right?
so far. And against 3, likely needing to find the forefoot.
I don't like this one.
Wendling, his last shot, third end.
You have go away.
No. 11!
You want some to roll to the left here, I think.
Whoa!
Looks really close. Now it's a question of how far they roll.
Probably 10 maybe. What'd you get?
Got the bit. Just don't go through.
Can you get a clock?
Not exactly positive reinforcement when Avery Wilson suggests to his skip Caiden Rose that you just don't go through. Might have to need to consult the sports psychologist on that.
Tricky. Do you say you have backing?
Yeah, I think you
Don't want to say can't be light. Although you
better
can't
off-
be light.
I think you're better off just saying put it on the tee line.
Make
Yep.
sure it's there. No doubts. 0 doubts.
And line is looking fine. No worries about going through. Give it to the sweepers. Let them finalize it.
Uh-oh, is it going to slip through the bit of miscommunication there? Looks like one red for sure. They're going to look at the other. Yeah, one red it is.
Split second, and that's
Well, it's reminding us Skippy told him it was possible. But anyways, make the score 3-0. Wendling over Rose after 3 ends. We'll be right back in a moment with the 4th end. Rose will have hammer again.
All right, can I finish the same thing?
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
We're back. 2023 USA Curling Junior National Championships. This is the men's field, and it's a matchup between the undefeated Team Wendling and the 2-1 Team Rose. Wendling out of Wisconsin, primarily his team. Tuman is a Minnesota product. Rose out of the Denver Curling Club, and I believe they also curl at Rock Creek Curling out in the Denver area.
Is that the one you threw your LSD
Have you
on?
curled out in the Denver area, Kelsey?
We've not had the pleasure yet. I keep on meaning to get to one of those national competitions. A nice direct Boston to Denver.
I will say that, as I said earlier here, the Denver curling community, a really great one. We've certainly had our number of events out there as of late, and had great support during the men's and women's nationals from that curling community. Corner guard goes up. Wendling's going to cap the stone just in the top of the forefoot. One of the best things about your lead making that opening shot, Kelsey, is it removes a lot of thinking for the skip on this call. Sometimes I think that helps in curling if you're just not having to think your way through ends and tax your brain as much.
Absolutely.
Good. Easy.
Especially early on. It's a long game.
Straight side.
10 ends.
Straight side.
This looks like this will be a little deeper than they might have liked.
14-9.
Well, now they're just going to free lock it on there, which is certainly fine.
Just adjust off nose.
All right.
Yeah, hit and roll.
Rose looking for a bit of a two-part shot. Remove at least one of these red rocks. I think you can only remove one of the rocks. And then also get that shooter nice and buried behind the guard you set up.
I like that Caiden didn't jump to trying to make the double. He's going to throw it this way. Won't make the double, but the roll is more important at this point in the end.
Yeah.
Is he really sweeping for line here?
So he's going to nose just like that. Good shot. Better than the double.
Like put ours back 8.
Move this one here.
Yeah.
Like back 8.
Yeah, back 4, back 8.
Tight enough that Wendling doesn't just want to try to rip this out. He also knows that if he does that, that gives Rose the opportunity to use the corner guard. So he's going to try to come to nose, Kelsey, nose, and move his own. Get some separation. Unlock his red stone.
Straight. Hard straight.
Hard!
Really hard.
Looks light, though. Light's the mistake here. Might get an angle here that could be beneficial later. Not bad, actually.
Yeah, he had solid teeth.
Would have loved maybe just one extra foot of that red rock at the back.
Well, the positive outcome for Wendling there is that the angles are definitely in his favor.
Absolutely.
I missed the call here, actually, but I think Rose is going around the corner guard. Willing to admit when I miss a call. I was glancing down at some notes.
Move the bunch.
Would have been really good if it was just a hair heavy.
It might be a takeout. Sort of shimmy things up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I think they're
let's
playing the
see.
straight come around the corner guard.
Just you.
Might move it now.
Tate, I believe in you. Get the roll. Wonderful sweep, Tate.
Angle's not
That was the
ideal,
yellow
though, for
on the left.
Rose after that.
Is that what you're talking about? You think normal?
I like control.
Okay.
I think we're just here. I don't know if I would listen to Tate now.
You gotta lose the top yellow.
Use the top. I think at least normal.
Kevin Tuma is a math major at the
one's
University of
pretty
Minnesota
big,
Twin Cities.
When they hit theirs down.
We could throw more if you want.
Sitting on our
That's no feel.
They hit that.
Still
Go
safe.
Gophers.
Right there.
Kevin has won the U21 championship last year. He's been a silver medalist and a bronze medalist, and also the U18 champion, so a fairly decorated junior career for Tuma so far. He's got his University of Minnesota cap on.
Earl.
Trying to carve this one over.
Whoa.
Oof, and that was
Unlucky there.
not the way to miss that. Tuma knows that.
Touch out.
Says Wes Wendling saying he set it out a bit. The angles were perfect for Wendling.
Caiden, what about this?
Apart from picking their own red out was about the only way that didn't work. See what Rose elects to do here.
All right, so get rid of that red one at the back. Roll over your shooter. Give some separation.
Your release looked good to me. I don't know. I didn't see any weird.
So he wants to unlock that yellow, remove the red, save his shooter.
I mean, even your peels inside
I don't
out
know if
move a
it's
hair.
super important
So
that
did
he
it just not move?
lies 3 right now, but what he doesn't want to do is just push that red under the corner guard where it's tough to get
Even
at.
if you were an
Needs
inch
to
out like
remove
West
it,
Side,
which he will.
you're still missing where you want to hit.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Wendling's looking to play the roll. There is a double.
Like this way?
I think Kevin Tuma was a little
We're all good.
confused by his last hit. I think he thought he threw it pretty well. Tuma.
10.
Just gonna roll to edge out on the,
What'd you have
out
him
on
at?
the edge, and it will be second shot. Sherwood.
I like that.
Caiden making the decision here. Do I guard what I have in the forefoot or do I
said
sit
9-2.
3?
9-2? That's normal.
Yeah.
9-2 is within area.
I think this is the right call. I think this rock will finish, even though it's edge to edge. I think you could actually hit and roll under here if you wanted
Oh,
to.
absolutely.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Hard. Hard.
Really close to really good.
Oh, wow.
How's it going to stick around there? Well, good shot, good results. Here's a double.
Double, but it'll leave the
Are they
Team Wendling's rock out in the open.
Yeah, Wendling at this point, trying to figure out how
Damage control.
he doesn't give up 3. At this point, he won't be too upset giving up 2, considering all this end is gone for them so far, and the shots Rose has made. Tuma.
Hit right down that center line.
It's close. There it
Shot,
is.
Kevin.
Great shot.
Made easily.
Oh, really?
I don't know how much we even want to roll.
Caiden will go for the hit and roll again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get a roll. Normal. Control.
I'd like to roll to a spot where hitting the high yellow doesn't leave a double. If you roll under there, you could also just hit and roll open, create a lot of separation, and be happy to move towards a deuce.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
That's what they're going to do, which I think would be the better call, to be honest. So that's some really difficult double. I'm sure Wes will take it on, or at least try to hit and roll over, perhaps. No, he's going to play that.
Hope they roll out. Otherwise, we try to roll big. Well, then we give them that. Yeah. I'm fine with this. Yeah. I like normal here.
You got 2 shots. We could take 2 here.
I like that.
I like the idea of taking.
Yeah.
I don't hate trying the double now, though, and then hitting and rolling with your second.
We don't do it now.
No.
It's too thin. I don't like it.
We get 3.
I think you just hit it like a quarter inch.
It's always a lead suggesting that the double isn't that hard. As a former lead, I say that myself.
I like this.
Wendling took on the, looked at the double, thinks it's too thin, will try to hit and lie shots after this and force Rose to make a play on it.
Also mentioned too early. It's my first one. Safer shot for Rock 7. Save the glory for Rock 8.
Close to the roll he
Oh,
wants.
shit.
So he will roll into the 8-foot.
Let's not get it too.
So now I think it's important for Rose to roll away again. If he rolls under, he does give an opportunity for a double, but let's hear what they think.
Sit on it anyway, and then they can steal one with.
Okay.
I don't think we'll see Wendling freeze on anything up 3-0.
Maybe in the center.
Caiden Rose believe he is going to try to hit and roll under. Could also just hit nose there would be pretty good.
Whoa. No, no, no.
Wilson not a fan out of hand. Now they're trying to carve it over.
Yeah, Tate. Yeah, Tate, get it.
Tate got it.
Yeah, I like that. Same weight.
So they consider the double a little bit, but that's, I don't even know if it's there now with that guard. So they're going to play this hit and roll under, which would leave Rose. If this is made perfectly, Rose could take on that short run back for 2.
Turn them again.
Wes Wendling, his last shot of the third end. His team's up 3-0, trying to hit and roll under.
9!
See a little more weight than they were expecting, I think.
We might have a draw.
Switches over to get it to curl a little more.
Trying to carve it over. It will be shot. Rose will have to make a play on it.
Through a lot more.
Yeah.
But Rose will have an open hit to get his 2.
9.
So an efficient end for Team Rose here. Worked their way towards 2 without ever really gambling too much. Took advantage of some misses and half shots from Team Wendling, and now Caiden Rose, last shot, third end, hit for 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Early
They're
on the
on
sweep
it.
call.
Whoa.
I think it's close. On and off now. Just clean it.
There you go.
Clean it up. Clean it right there. That'll be well
Light
thrown.
work.
Caiden Rose scores 2. He and his team scored 2 in the fourth end. We'll head to the fifth end. Wendling ahead 3-2. We'll be right back in a moment.
Good shot.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. There was just a little. There's a spot on the center.
The everyday person may not aspire to be a professional athlete or an Olympic athlete. You may just want to be the best person you can be. You just may want to sleep better. You may want to feel better. Thorne has many products that can support all of those things. So it's not just about performing or running faster or jumping higher. It's those little things that go into having a higher quality of life.
We're back. Fifth end action here at the 2023 USA Curling Junior National Championships. Interesting comment I picked up. Sean Franey saying to his team at the break, "You're closer than you think you are." So good reminder. It's a 3-2 game. They're trailing, but they're playing the favorite team in the field, I would say.
Yeah, we could at least force
they're right in it.
on that end.
I can quickly update some of the scores on other sheets here. We have over on sheet 1, Gensel is up 7-2 over Brendan. This is our feature sheet, 3-2 in favor of Wendling over Rose. And on sheet 3, it is Abear up 4-1 over Senzali. They're just finishing the fourth end. And on sheet 4, Graybo up 3-2 over Carlson, also finishing up their fourth end. So we'll try to update those games still in the fourth end shortly.
Looks quick.
I'm sure it would have been easier for John if I just waited ever so slightly there, Kelsey.
I'm sure he'll forgive you.
It's grinding a little.
Drawing to the wings here.
This is a slow one too.
Likes to want to be T or better there, so back 8. Rose will ignore it. It's sort of a repeat of, trying to remember which end it was, started like this, maybe the first.
Yeah, even going to set up the double guard.
14-2.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Team Rose so far this tournament has been very effective at getting steals. At least yesterday against Team Senzali.
Trying to loop this around the corner guard, or the center line guard. What they don't want to do is leave a double peel. Doesn't matter if that's rocks in the rings if it's buried.
You like here? You don't like being on there? I don't mind the out turn. I like it.
I like this call after you put the first one. The game is only 3-2. You're not. Sometimes I think it's interesting because Wendling had control of the first 3 ends. There's a feeling sometimes that can creep into your head that you think you're ahead more than you really are, Kelsey. You're only up 3-2.
Absolutely.
Line's good.
And this young team out of Denver, I think the most striking thing to me is the composure that they clearly have out there. It's easy to get in your head, easy to sort of see a David and Goliath situation, but they are very impressive so far this tournament. And
They
a
have been.
good draw behind cover.
So just into the top of the 8-foot. Rose will ignore it. So now game on. I do think the double peel might line up to jam on the
I'd
red
rather
and the
just put it in your
wing.
hand like that.
Yeah, no, that was good. Probably feeling with this one regardless.
Yeah.
Looks good.
This is Brock Sando,
Yeah.
Dallas Fort Worth Curling Club. His father, Leith Sando, won the Arena Nationals this past year with Nick Myers, John Lambert.
Misty going.
Just comes up.
Good.
Will be second shot.
All 3? I think we're just here. It's across.
Wes Wendling, who studies aviation at the University of Mankato, Minnesota.
Got a little more.
He thinks he can get all these rocks moving here.
See what Jackson can do for him. Well, that has weight. Something will move.
Whoa, whoa.
He's probably excited, Jackson Armstrong, because he's typically playing lead and doesn't have these kind of shots too much.
It's the benefit of playing with 3.
Just a bit too thin, though. That was always the danger there. If you hit it thick, result wasn't bad. But now Rose lies 2.
He's blocked off the pin. Great strategy when you don't have hammer, and
I guess maybe it wasn't there. Do you think it always gears like that, or if I hit it thicker, it would have?
Hair thicker, you get yellow, because the yellow's above
not sure if they're tapping back or drawing. It sounds like their front end also isn't positive, but I think they're tapping.
I mean, that was always on.
Seems like a lot of ice for the tap, but I mean, you can certainly bury behind rocks in the top of the 12-foot, but you're right. I think there's a bit of confusion, but
Up, through.
Blank here's good.
Hey. Whoa, it might die.
Avery Wilson thinks it's through, but the weight should come off here. Can they hook around a bit and bury a little bit of it? Wendling's going to take it back. We'll settle in for third shot.
Well, he threw back line weight. I think
Team Rose still sits 3.
Caiden.
It's like normal nose. Those top 2 parallel.
You said back line or rack 8.
So they weren't entirely clear on the call there. That's part of the problem. Part of the problem that created that miss. So
9.
something for junior curlers. Make sure you're all on the same page. Tuman now is trying this double. Straight now. Looks like he's going to stuff it.
Unfortunate jam there.
Hey, you want to leave that, right?
Caiden looking at a raise again.
I don't want to get back there.
The curling gods are unforgiving today.
That's all good. Like, again, it's not terrible.
Drawing in the other side.
How? Yeah.
We just need to
This is light.
Probably throwing that top yellow back no matter what, essentially. Probably just with control, though.
Avery Wilson, as Kevin Tuma discusses the fact he feels like things aren't breaking their way.
Yeah.
Team Rose makes a lot of shots, play aggressively, fun to watch. Here they go now. They're trying to, oh, they're going to come up wreck on this. Did they line that up? Looks like there's yellow at the back is still protected.
I don't think he gets that back yellow.
What starts to get dangerous is if Wendling makes a couple of Yellowstones go away, that Rose Yellowstone will get sort of lonely in the rings.
Same weight!
I don't know if the double will, how that yellow will come back, but I don't think it will clip the other yellow. Could be wrong though. Let's see. No, there it is.
Wow.
Gear effect on these stones, and that's the result. And as I
And even goes and hides behind that yellow one there.
behind the yellow, I mean, Rose could also elect to hit that yellow, and pretty straightforward.
They're starting to stack up.
Don't do that.
I like that.
Avery
Wendling
Wilson,
only counting one.
Avery Wilson, bring up my point though, is starting to stack up.
Yep.
A lot of red stones lurking around one yellow. Now that yellow is going to be hard to move out of there without
you can't even
losing a
get it out
red
with steel
stone either.
jams.
So
Yeah. Well. Whoa.
I mean, if they give us an opportunity, I think we could just like tap it, get some separation. But
Tate. Keep going, don't get caught.
it's going to just rub off. Probably should have swept that hard to make sure they got by. Even if it was deep, it would have been buried.
I do kind of like hitting that one. I don't like the idea of stacking.
So now Tuma with a chance to hit and roll open and lie two.
11-5! He's down!
Actually, yeah.
See here, this one is a little bit down, but looks like it's going to be just fine.
Just manage the
Very
weight.
nice.
Hard, yep.
Spins back a bit. Rose pretty definitive here. He wants to play this freeze.
What was that?
How's the whole one stripper thing going?
It's okay.
Yeah?
I honestly haven't had to brush much.
Yeah, I really like this call.
I mean, when the
Freeze
ice
to
is
try
like
to
a
sit
55 for tee, you don't really have
1
to.
and 3. You have to deal with the one that
You
shot.
thought about it?
So Caiden Rose, his first shot here in the 6th end, and he's freezing, or the 5th end, I'm sorry. He's freezing against a few. The nice thing for Team Rose is the way the Yellowstone is positioned.
Not sure.
Makes it difficult for Wendling to bring those other two reds in the rings into play. Ones that are currently 4th and 5th shot.
Little out. Pushed it.
Yeah, really limited
Tate rock.
angles on how you can get rid of that yellow. You just really don't want to set up a double.
Make sure it's here. Get it here. Get it here. Get it right here.
You know,
Not getting there, is it?
the deeper they take this, the more problematic it is. Let's see what Wendling thinks.
Just like back line. I mean, we're there. He's got to go here. Yeah.
Yeah, because then we'll be sitting too.
That's fine. I'd be fine with that.
Gonna be closer or.
Yeah, just hit it real thin. It's like, I'd even be fine with hack, hit it a little thicker.
You know what they need?
Yeah.
I think they need their first and their second to come up here.
I mean, it's not terrible if he knows it.
Oh yeah, their second's gone.
Okay.
That's tragic.
I think we're like out here.
Really precise shot here.
I would
don't.
kind of hate playing with only 3.
Even if
Talking
we do
about
this,
just moving that yellow enough and keeping their shooter around to possibly live 5,
yeah, maybe they'll send this and we'll have the double.
which is great if you make it.
I feel like
And if we clip this, then that's fine. Yeah, I like it.
Good discussion here.
We're out
They were looked a long time at how to unlock that red,
Okay, that's
move
fine.
to try to move the yellow. But what Kevin pointed out after this discussion was that if they drew now, they would be lying 3.
We're just gonna draw. Make that make
I like this call
There's
a
not a
lot
whole lot of
better.
space between those, is there?
Not a
And I
ton.
think if their thought too is if they draw at a lie 3 and then they get a miss, they might take on that thin double to try to get a mid full.
4-3, 4-5.
Wes Wendling, his first shot, 5th end.
A little tight.
Top 8! T! He's not there. He's not there.
Also a bit light.
yeah, now they're going
Yeah.
for it.
Quite a bit light.
It must have grabbed.
They think it picked. Gave up on that early. No, that gives Rose.
It had to pick. I had you at a good time, like 25.
Talking through that they think the time was,
You
the
were
split
going
time
inside
was
out?
good.
This might be a bit tight.
I think so. He had me at 25. That should never be there.
So now Rose will try to hit and roll on the open redstone.
You're right.
Certainly has places to roll where it'll be really tough for Wendling to get at.
And Wendling's first rock ending up a center guard also makes it a little easier for Rose to maybe sneak a steal out of this.
Caiden Rose, his last shot, 5th end. Looking to hit and roll under cover.
Yeah! It's really inside. Yeah!
On it immediately.
Yeah! Hit it! It was super inside. For a beat.
Close. It's close to really good. Let's see how much action they get these lively rocks.
Wonderful.
Kevin Tuma working hard on it. It's going to stick around
Is it
for a
lined up?
shot.
Ultimately, a very good shot.
Tuma and Wendling, though, looking up. Did it get lined up?
Does it ever go over the top?
Trying to decide if they take a rip at that.
Field? I'm just worried this one stays.
Yeah, worried
it's
that
so
the
there.
yellow that you'd have to
It's
get
still there.
It's there.
hit
You don't like
first
it?
would stick around.
I can throw a lot.
Oh.
You want me to throw like a 5?
Good. I
Ooh.
moved it after you slid out.
Talking about hog to hog times there.
I think that
Like every junior men's team in the field, I actually
Just
spoke
throw a
to
5.
Wes. Yeah, he likes to throw it hard, he says. So what they're looking at is yellow under red. They think the red comes back and catches the
Do
yellow
you think
that,
about the hack though for 2?
that Caiden Rose just rolled for shot. A lot of just
I don't know if it does go.
yeah, it'll hit the red.
Okay.
they're going to discuss this and they're settled on it. They think it goes on the back.
Oh wait, we have.
I think we'll be looking at Peel here, try to rip out both yellows.
Do they have another Scottish pin?
If he stuffs it at the back, he gets 3.
Oh, what's that rock down there then? Look at that. That is not the other sheet. It's on our side.
Wes Wendling, last
Yeah,
shot,
that's on
5th
our
end.
side.
Looking for something special.
Away.
On it early. Can they hold it out there? And that's
Ooh, and-
exactly what they were concerned about. It will be, looks like it's close. I think it's one red, just a single.
Yeah, a little thinner would have gotten it.
Single for Wendling, and we will head to the fifth end break, brought to you by, you guessed it, Warm Room Hero, the intuitive curling club software that takes the stress out of schedules, registrations, and more. Warm Room Hero, a platform built for curlers by curlers. Check it out at curling.club today, or hit that VR code on the screen with your camera. That's the fifth end break. We'll take our own fifth end break, and we'll be back in a few minutes with the last half of this game.
Let's say you're in high school and there's a sport you like, but sometimes you think, you know, it might be cool to try a new sport.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
You guys transition to the sweep early because we were noticing the movement over a little bit, and that seems to help the controller locks nicely.
Make sure you
And you can see a little more struggle with their old type play.
they're going to come in, they're going to put one in the forefoot.
Even their front end in general, put some rocks on the outside and have them hit. Yeah. You get a flash or two.
They're just not hitting.
I don't mind the corner guard, like the last when you played it before. Yeah, when you played it before, you got the corner guard,
They
then
don't
you
want to
did
go,
three,
especially when like that one, like your first slip to like
you
12.
take that approach again. I think if they
thought
come
they were
in
gonna come
and
around.
throw the corner, wait
And
till they
that's
get a
what's great.
second
If you
in,
would
it
actually
more
put it
space
above
to
it,
right?
I bet you
If
they could try to
you just
roll
got
on
the one, it's
So
got to
by
be
going
both
behind
sides.
it, you
So,
actually
yeah.
leave the ball. Now, if they don't make it
All right,
perfect,
keep on it.
you hit, you're sitting 12 level.
These 5 minutes run by so fast.
Even now they're the wingers,
Yeah, they won't hit.
All right.
Right?
Well, you're 2.5 minutes up.
We're back. USA Curling 2023 Junior National Championships.
I didn't have time
Wes
to get my
Wendling
water.
and his team against Caiden Rose. Rose out of the Denver Curling Club, Wendling largely Wisconsin based. That's our score here. Sheet 2 is the feature game. It's 4-2 Wendling over Rose. After 5 ends, we'll head to the 6th end with Rose carrying the hammer. Gensel on sheet 1 is up 7-3 on Brendan after 5 ends. Aber is up 4-2 versus Senzali. Actually, make that 6-2. Just update that as I look out. Just went up 6-2. Aber over Senzali. And over on sheet 4, it is Graybo up 7-2 over Carlson. So that's the scores across the sheets. It's our feature game. I'm Dean Gemmel, joined by Kelsey Becker here at the Broomstones Curling Club in Wayland, Massachusetts. Wendling gets things underway. His lead gets things underway here. His lead, Jackson Armstrong. Wendling playing three-handed today.
13-7.
And coming back from that break, having to readjust. First one just going through the house.
Four. Weight's good. Weight's good. A little up. Yeah, we're in. Maybe. Yeah.
No, it might be 3.
We don't want it to be center though, right?
Rose looking for the corner guard. I think this might end up closer to center line or slip into the rings. Just short.
Good shot, Tate.
Just off center, and Wendling will elect to use
Caiden.
that rock and draw around it with the outturn.
Was he inside?
Okay, so both teams slightly readjusting
outside.
after the break.
I would expect
See
it to turn
how-
over more.
Jackson Armstrong adjusts to the mop at the 5th end break.
Line.
Ice usually a little quicker after that,
Great
as we
side.
mentioned in just about every webcast, I think. At this point, we should probably just
Kevin.
assume we don't have to anymore.
Hard. Always straight. Always straight. 16.
See, but Jackson, learning from his first, makes the adjustment
Sit on it.
and finds top 8 foot.
Misses, I have no idea. Pretty much same way. Similar way up.
Tate's second rock.
Key line.
Sweepers think it's a little heavier.
Oh. Oh. Stay off, stay off, stay off. Hey, I like that, actually. It kinda
Slightly nudges that red rock.
This is fine.
Little over.
I know, I swear it's colder when
Wendling thinks he can
colder.
12. I like
hit and
12.
roll under with
12. 5.
It's definitely colder right now.
12-5 hog to hog
When we
time.
left.
Pretty close to hack, I'm going to assume, for these.
I
for
feel
this
it's
team.
colder.
Yep, only need to throw as much as you need to.
Yep. Clean. Whoa. 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 Right off.
Like it might have been a little bit more than hack. Swept for the curl and unfortunately got the wrong side of that rock.
Does expose it on
We
the
could sit
intern
on it.
side now. But Rose
If it's
considering the
buried
freeze.
too, that's okay. If it ticks and if
Couple
it
Brings
other
it with
options.
hammer.
Okay.
I had 12.
You could also play the outturn come around,
We got backing.
which might be easier
Freeze.
than the freeze.
So good on my
Freeze with
hand
the
and then
tap
just
on our
float it.
yellow, I
You
think.
could also draw open side.
if
They're
it
going to
goes
talk
behind
this
our
over.
yellow.
That's Brock Sando. This is his
Just
team has a lot of thoughts on a lot of team consultation, but Caiden Rose,
Cold.
despite being 13, in control of this team for sure.
Yeah! Down!
It takes a lot to be a skip.
Hard straight! It's gonna be a guard!
It's a
I don't-
position that's
Whoa.
honestly kind of
Whoa.
lonely. It's really easy to get in your head,
Whoa, 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 whoa!
both in terms of the gameplay,
Whoa!
the responsibility of throwing the last rock usually.
So they end up guarding that stone, shot stone.
You have to physically stop it.
Wendling considering the draw.
It's
It's a great opportunity.
He's got a love.
Hurt
He's
Tuma
got a
and-
love for sweeping. What can I say?
Armstrong discussed the draw, sensing an opportunity here, perhaps to steal. Long way to go, though. Easy. Tuma's first. He'll be throwing 3.
For shot.
Back 4.
It sounds like this one might also be a little heavier.
Back 8, back 12.
Tuma's
through.
first since they mopped again. And also just through the back there. Now the opportunity is back with Rose.
Just big kick.
Rose deciding to draw behind, try to get in
Yeah.
the 4-foot before Wendling does.
A bit up. Back house. Back. Back.
And also thinking this rock is a touch up, maybe.
Back 12.
Haven't touched it yet.
I think it's staying in. But it's sticking around. It's sticking around, but it's back. It is.
It's a fast track, too.
Caiden shot? Oh, not quite a Caiden shot.
But just sticks around. All right. We'll see if Tuma can make the adjustment. Try number 2 at this draw.
Top 12.
Line's good. Curl it better. You look fast.
T.
So both teams struggling with the
Back 4,
speed
back
a
8.
bit here, but this
go to
looks
the yellow.
closer. But as John Benton from Curling
wanna go
Stadium
there?
has pointed out, this path has been staying fast the entire game and maybe fooling teams a little bit. This will
You're good.
come to rest just the top of the button.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what he's planning.
certainly the opportunity to get both out.
Troll.
Caiden Rose eyeing up the double.
You send
He hits
line
what he
reference.
can see, maybe a little less than he can see, his third Avery Wilson. If he can hit a little less than he can see, I think it plays. It might come off
Yeah.
on his own yellow at the back as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, my hack
the only other
hung,
angle.
my hack weight hung really good too, so maybe it's
Whoa,
straight.
whoa, whoa.
Conversation at the sweepers.
It's close here. Let's see. There's just
right.
a little
That
too
was so
thin.
close.
They will though. Does stick around, that making that redstone a little lonely.
We go for it, the draw game.
Little lonely, and
okay.
with how much this ice is curling, I would
Well, the
say
red
definitely
is-
accessible.
Yeah, the red is definitely available with the intern. Wendling senses that, and he's going to hit
We could probably.
and try to roll towards the center
We
line.
should. We can. We're sitting.
Like to lie shot, but more likely to be second and third
Just
shot.
keep it in mind.
10.
God.
He will
Thank you,
roll
bro.
and get shot, I think. Yes, he'll roll to be shot stone. Good shot there by Kevin Tuma. Looks as though Caiden Rose is going to ignore shot stone for the moment
yeah.
and play the draw
Out of the-
around.
Top 4.
Sando thinks
Whoa.
it's a little light.
Whoa.
They haven't really laid a brush to it.
Well, I think it's up. I think it's up. Is it back?
Rock has some curling to do.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's back. It's back.
Now it's starting to walk over. Again, this path that John Benton has pointed out just
Guys, what
has
was my
not
time?
slowed down in any game. And that rock will
404?
slip to the back.
So what am
They would love to.
Very
Kevin-
unfortunate there.
Kevin Tuma wishing that push that yellow right out, but
Are they sitting shot?
so
Why don't
Wendling
you take
lies
that out?
one. He'll play the out-turn draw, try to bury one.
I think it might even be like a 16.
Well, why don't we hit
Tuma
it
and
on?
Wendling discussing the weight after seeing a lot of rocks slide deep here.
Top 8, top 4. Top 4.
Do you want to what?
Try to bury. Okay.
This always a learning moment.
I'd say
I know whenever I
Yeah. 45.
am on the coaching bench
Yeah.
trying to get
50's brushable,
players
too.
to notice what other players might be getting wrong before your shot.
Looks quick.
2 players in a row throw heavy on their first. Might have gotten a little quicker.
I've
Or is
reached
it
a
the
point in
path?
I've reached a point in my own curling career where I'm not learning from misses. I'm just disappointed in them. So
Aw.
Or T.
the fun of being a junior curler.
Can I finish?
This rock trying to carve it over now. Armstrong trying to carve it over. Can they bury it a bit? They need to bury part of it. They're not going to, looks like not quite edge to edge.
I want to kind of hit it nose and try to double off this.
Still exposed.
Not if we keep it tight.
There's actually, I think,
The double is
opportunity.
Or do you want to
there.
hit it on the outside?
double and a roll.
If we hit it just off this side,
Flirt with the guard a bit, but there is a double
Hey.
and a roll available for Caiden Rose. Let's listen in
yeah,
as they
that's what I'm
discuss it.
saying.
This
Just
is
hit
his
it just off nose
first.
and it rolls in, and it could hit this. Thinking here.
So they'll take on the double and a roll, definitely there. That would be a big shot. Lie 2, both behind cover. And force Wendling to make a decision with his last. Caiden Rose settles in to throw his first shot here in the 6th end.
Whoa, yeah, Tate. Whoa,
Coming down.
hold it out.
Sweepers on
Rob.
it to curl and now switching to go
plan B,
straight. So
plan B.
must
Don't
calling
curl
for
it.
plan B. Let's see what that is.
It's not a bad result. They lie 1st and 3rd.
I was trying to hit that one.
Yeah, so why were you curling it? I was calling you to hold it out.
Hit that one.
Yeah, so I was calling you to hold it out so that it would hit that one, and then you started curling it.
A little bit of discussion on the communication on that line call.
It might even go into that.
There's a lot of back and forth with this young team. They are young. That's part of the learning process. Fun to hear, actually.
With what?
I would always rather have more communication than less.
Let's hear what Wendling thinks of this
I don't
shot.
like that.
Wendling and Tuma.
He draws there for 2. Yeah. You like this. Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Feel? Not too much. Yeah, I think we gotta go this way. We're just brooming here. Yeah. Yeah.
So after a long discussion, they've settled on this double. If they can make the double and stuff it right behind the guard,
Ripping it to the left or? Trying the double.
they may catch their own on the way by, but they would
you
be
hitting
lying
just off
to if they
nose, or?
make this double perfectly.
Here. Okay. The yellow should go over the top of the red. If it catches, we should be able to sweep it out.
Here, Wendling suggesting it should go over the top of the red, but if it does catch it, they should be able to sweep it out.
Stroke of N6 here.
This rock has some curling to do. He might have fed this out. And there's the problem with that. And I think that now there's an
Unlucky.
opportunity for Rose to hit for 3.
Oh, they're even looking for 4.
There is a 4. There is certainly brings some other things into play, but he's going to look at the 4. They could also They have to get pretty tight to that center line guard.
I think the tricky part here is your shooter.
Let's listen in as they discuss their options.
Yeah. Right here. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it here for a sec so I can get it.
Weiss eyeing up all the angles.
So they'll take on this double. Could be a double for 4, as many as 4.
Really don't want it to jam on that back one.
Need to hit it over the top double on the red. Caiden Rose, last shot, 6th end. Young 13-year-old here, trying to make a big shot for his team.
Yeah!
There he goes.
Whoa!
Must be close.
Whoa! Curl it, curl it!
Now they're making it
late
to curl.
curl.
Carving it over.
It's okay.
Fortunately, doesn't get both, but still gets there too.
So that's 2 for Rose. They'll tie the score at 4-4 after 6 ends. We'll be back in just a moment with the 7th end.
That's the way to make that shot. If you get it a hair.
Yeah, I think it's
Just because you're not a professional athlete doesn't mean that you should accept less. The beauty about what Thorn does is our product quality is the same whether they're in the athletic line or whether they're just for the everyday person. Thorn has kept true to never compromising on quality, never compromising on efficacy, never compromising on safety for not only athletes but for everyone who would use their products.
just can't give him a shot for 4.
I know. It's
could have been killer.
4-10, weight's good.
I was thinking you were going to call me on to run it through the porch.
2023 USA
I feel like
Curling
it's good.
Junior Nationals.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is the men's field. It's Wes Wendling versus Caiden Rose.
He was pretty
4-4
wide.
game after 7 ends. And
Guys, out of my ear.
Team Wendling ruminating on the fact that they had left a hit for 4.
Great shot.
And Caiden Rose was pretty close to making that, actually. Made a great shot to get 2.
Yep, and during the break, we heard the Rose team say
That's what
4-4. We're back where we started.
Yeah, and probably even a little better because they're it's the 7th end, and they could end up with hammers in 8 and 10. But is pretty much the start of the game here.
Yep, our featured game has not disappointed.
16.
Tuma working this one hard. They're trying to draw to the wing. It will be in the rings, a little higher than they would have liked.
Yeah, we're drawing. What do you say? What does that mean?
A game that really shows that the future of USA Junior Curling is very strong. Again, Caiden Rose, skip, holding his own, 13 years old.
Yeah, we want
And is this his first nationals then?
Yeah, this is his first nationals. They qualified in the Blaine qualifier event, the
No,
last
we can get it in.
qualifier event of the year. We went out there, and the same team competed at the U18 nationals, where they
Wait, am I 6'2", 3"?
they actually were one shot away
6'2",
from
3"?
playing in the gold medal game.
Bro, what'd you do? I got a 4 out of 6, but I screwed it up.
And hey, this could be,
I think we can get those and anything under.
they could be back what, 7, 8 times?
Certainly Caiden could. I think he's the youngest on the team.
Not sure how many curlers can say that, but we have some years to go.
A little more, actually.
Hope to see him curling in 2030.
Gotta curl. Gotta curl. Where? Wanna go behind?
Go around!
Straight. Whoa. Curl. Curl. Curl.
Jackson Armstrong tucks his behind his first stone to lie 2 in the wing. Jackson is the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point student. He's graduating this year with a Bachelor of Science in Biology. And we'll head to the Scholl College of Podiatry. That's one. Medicine at the Chicago Medical School.
I thought I threw
He'll be
last,
graduating from there in 2027.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, then you better
Like a lot
focus.
of teams in this field, he's also players in this field. He's also a fan of Ultimate Frisbee, plays in the league, summers. And as you noted, Kelsey, he's actually the current president of the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point Curling Association.
He is, and former gold medalist last year in Fargo, North Dakota for the college curling program. And I see that his coach, Jody, is actually in our chat on YouTube right now. Of course, you can watch all the games live on the USA Curling website. Our feature game, though, Sheet 2.
At least lose the shooter.
You just threw a
One other
button
thing about
shot.
Jackson Armstrong is
Oh,
he's
guys, I'm
enlisted
so
in the
bad at
Wisconsin
draws.
Army National Guard as a howitzer cannon operator.
Is there
So
enough room to go across
we
the
would
face?
not want to
Okay, yeah, he was looking at
get in his way when he has the howitzer cannon around.
Howitzer cannon sounds a little more like a second than a lead, no?
Yeah, a little bit. That sounds like another term that some of these teams yesterday could use for Peel. The howitzer and the cannon. Heard a lot of that yesterday.
Speaking of the howitzer cannon, here comes an attempt to clear up some of this yellow.
It's close to getting action.
Oh, wow. So close.
Makes the double peel. Almost got everything going, but makes a double peel. That's the main priority there.
And again, that's why we call him the howitzer cannon.
I guess
We
so.
keep him at lead to
Guard.
keep it fair for everybody.
Lights a miss.
So now Rose
Like a
will
405, I think.
try to guard this stone that's in the forefoot. They've played aggressive all game. They're going to continue to play aggressive. They could certainly play the double on the
Just a
two
little,
stones
it's
in
not
the wing.
I don't know if it might be in. It might be in. It's in.
Avery Wilson goes from might be in to it's definitely in.
Oh.
I don't think it's going to be
Just
quite
try
in.
to finish it.
Constant communication.
It will just slip into the
Good shot, Brock.
12-foot. Danger here is there is a double available.
I think we're here.
Yeah, that's good.
Otherwise, you shoot this. Like normal? I like that. Normal.
So Wendling's electing to take on the double with Kevin Tuma.
It just stayed dead straight. Alright, guard, same thing.
So he hits and rolls out. Kevin
Did you have him up? 9-2.
fooled a little bit by how much that ran straight. Would have at least liked to have kept the shooter if they didn't get the double. They got neither the double nor kept their shooter. This is
Looking
Avery
to
Wilson.
Put it right back.
Yeah, my peel was almost negative. Like I thought I threw it at the rock.
Where is it? Whoa!
Tuma and Armstrong discussing the ice as this rock makes its way down the ice.
It's over curling. You ready?
Is
Just in
this
case,
rock
just
going
in
to
case
stop
we
in
have to
time? Looks like it didn't have much rotation as it came to rest.
More lines from mine because I'm giving less handle than everyone else.
I wasn't even saying that.
You think less?
on the team, dissecting what happened.
I don't want to start screwing up my release. I want to do what feels natural for weight, at least. And that a little bit more handle.
13!
This is Tuma trying to get to this rock that's top of the button. Big shot here. You want to get this now if you're Tuma.
Looks like it might just
he's
over
crashing.
curl.
Might stick around over there.
Ooh.
No, it will bunch out their other. You know, they tried to play the inside roll there, Kelsey, and I think,
I can't see.
you know, certainly brings that wreck into play. And if they'd hit and rolled open, lie 3, then you're forcing Rose to make a decision again and
Caiden,
draw
split
against
the
3 behind a guard. So I think they probably could have played it a little more conservatively.
Absolutely. Although, from what I remember, again, Team Wendling unbeaten. I'm not sure how challenging their first few games were. I'm not sure how used they are so far this week to be in the position of tied in the 7th
It was
end.
actually probably a little up, if anything. Like
Maybe just looking
12.
for
Almost held it.
I do think it's the first
putting the
time.
game away.
It's the first time they haven't had the lead at this point.
No,
but
no!
I think it's available again. Now there's definitely no inside roll.
I'm just gonna do
I mean, you still got it.
I have to.
Otherwise, we just rip that. I like it.
I agree with Kevin. I think this or Jackson. I think this is an opportunity to dig this stone out that you may not
Throw hair
get.
less then.
It's a delicate. It feels really good.
So the guard a little higher than Rose would have liked, and over curls just a hair. Still a difficult shot here for Tuma.
No, I feel like I'm changing time.
Back line!
To not, but I need to just get up and not be the one that choke.
Get a little.
They hit it anyway.
Learning with the guard
Really
again.
going on it.
Why the guard now? Do they have enough to
And
push it
going.
deep enough? Need to push it deep enough. Can they? I think it will go just far enough, so they will lie 3.
We could do the same
2,
thing
sorry.
this way.
The lie 2.
Corner freeze. You like this side?
Quiet
We've
wait
been
though
doing this
leaves
side.
their stone directly behind the centerline guard.
You wanna go
Just almost biting the button.
there?
Seems like Rose is looking to just nudge it off.
Not sure what they called here. They could just freeze on top of it and at least
Set
take
up for a second shot.
At least take the second shot. Tuma's currently lying 2. Take second shot out of the equation.
I'm surprised you say that straight with that down.
Have a lot of rocks at the back. See, we have a late change by Caiden.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
Seems like he actually likes the other side better.
So we switch to the intern. Asking for a little more ice. Caiden Rose throwing an
little
intern
animal.
draw.
Curl it. Where is it, Becky? Curl it. Curl it.
Coming at us.
Little
it.
heavy trying to curl it to make sure they get
Curl it.
some
Keep
activity
curling
on the
it.
red.
Okay,
I
good.
don't think it's far off, to be honest. The freeze would be just fine, I think, for Team Rose right now. They're going to move it, though,
Ooh.
far enough to actually be shot rock.
Oh, I think we gotta go this
What
way.
was that about?
Even if we pick it, that's fine.
We should always have these curlers mic'd up.
I think we're just throwing here.
So Wendland thinks he can dig it out still, though. It's a rock higher.
A lot of things for it to potentially jam on in the back. Or even if it doesn't fully
the same
jam, to
idea.
accidentally remove on its way out.
Like a 13.
It looks as though it's slightly over-buried on this out-turn side.
Yeah, it was back line.
Well, no, I guess it's about either turn is the way to get at this. He's going to throw back line, Wes Wendling.
This is a hair more.
So it's not about it blending in. It's about me forgetting.
I like a hair more.
Well, wait, you said
Caiden Rose, when he needs a big shot, he seems to be making it.
Just
Once
That
you're
was
by
a
the
good
guard,
one.
you got
I
plenty.
need to put my
Calm
Pressure
under
on-
pressure.
at some point.
The pressure back on Wendling here now.
I'm so happy they're not.
Just casually taking on a bunch of
The same thing. It looks tight.
12!
sounded like engineering and science majors in their approaching their last year of university.
Close. They got to buzz this guard though. Now, do they have enough to move it far enough? They will.
Oh wow, beautiful shot.
Won't save the shooter, but well, maybe they do over on the edge. So they'll like.
I kind of like hitting and just taking it
Like
out.
Hear what,
me.
see what Rose in his third.
Unless you like to take. What do you have? Like the draw. Whatever you're most comfortable. Got it.
A lot of opinions on the ice, it seems.
Same line. That's crazy. Okay, the thing is, this is much deeper. And we don't really have backing if we go this line. We have this line.
So not only where do we want the rock to end up, what direction should we come from? Do we know the ice one side? Of
This
course,
side you can
Caiden
sit
just
on this.
threw his intern.
I think that might be a bit much. I'd say.
So Caiden likes the draw. They briefly considered the hits and roll across to eliminate at least one of the Wendling stones. Lots of places this can end up in a good spot for Rose, though, this draw. He quickly settled on it.
During the game, too.
Can be dead buried. He can be frozen to the back.
I think I personally really like freezing to the back and.
Well, he freezes to the back perfectly. They're probably getting forced.
Yep.
If they make the come around perfectly, they have a chance to steal.
Curl it.
This ruck has some curling to do here, and it looks like it needs a bit of
Hold it out, hold
weight
it out.
as well.
Hold it out, Brock.
Now, though, can they get it deep enough? They're trying. It's
Working
close.
hard.
Bring it.
It's
As far as you
close.
can, as far as you can,
Far as they can, and how far is that?
Just settles into the 4 foot. It is half open. So there is a shot there for three, I think.
I was thinking normal.
Let's listen in.
No, you gotta throw 12-5 if you want to get inside. Okay, you're talking cross. Yeah, if you want to keep your shooter.
We're just sitting half rock. Yeah, control's fine. So you just got to be here.
Yeah. Don't even worry about that. Just get the shot for three. Yeah. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, that's fine. How was third?
I don't look anymore because it'll hang straight.
Actually,
Have been struggling a bit with hits down the center.
Kind of straight.
Okay, that's not.
Gotta at least pick it out.
I don't think. So Wendling will try to, he said at a minimum here, pick it out. I think they have struggled with the line a bit here, not completely confident about where you put the broom. It's an important moment when you skip, when you put the broom down here, you have to be, throw the rock with conviction. Sometimes that's difficult when you're struggling to read the ice, but they could have it.
Yeah, and I can hold it too.
Seems like at a certain weight, it's going dead straight. Even heard Jackson mentioning maybe even needing to take negative ice at a couple of spots.
Wes Wendling, last shot, fourth end, seventh end.
10!
Still be inside.
10!
It's not inside.
10!
This rock's curling, or it needs to curl. They're starting to carve it now. Is it going to curl enough? It's got to curl a long way. I don't think it is.
Oh.
That'll be a steal of one for Rose. They'll take a 5-4 lead into the eighth end against Wes Wendling. We'll be right back in a moment.
9-5.
The everyday person may not aspire to be a professional athlete or an Olympic athlete, you may just want to be the best person you can be. You just may want to sleep better. You may want to feel better. Thorne has many products that can support all of those things. So it's not just about performing or running faster or jumping higher. It's those little things that go into having a higher quality of life.
All right, we're back. 2023 USA Curling Junior National Championships, Wayland, Massachusetts. Team Rose now up 5-4 on Wes Wendling and his team. Wendling struggling to finish ends when they built them, and then also Rose playing aggressively and has put rocks in places that have really been tough for Wendling and his team to get at. This is going to be, looks like it'll be a carbon copy of the last end. We're playing 8. Centerline guard goes up. Wendling asks for the draw to the wing.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the stream, Dean, this young team, I was very excited to watch. They have a lot of tenacity. They make a lot of very interesting ends, and overall just so exciting to see how engaged they are and think about the future they have ahead of them.
Wendling and Tuma working this one hard to get it into the 12-foot. It is.
I got a
into the 12-foot
so maybe
on the wing.
Just with sweeping.
Rose will go for the double guard.
Guard.
Good brush.
Continuing to force the issue. Of course, a force here is pretty good for Rose. Steal even better, but a force they'd be pretty happy with. Tide playing the ninth.
No, we don't want it deep. We don't want it deep. We want it like a one. We want a 1 or 2. We want a 1 or 2. We know.
So much communication. I love it.
A lot of discussion from this young team as the rock travels down. They also travel down as a group on every shot. Now Wendling's going to go in.
One of the best comments I've ever received as a coach is that it's so annoying to play your team because they communicate so much. And I wish that my front end communicated with me as much as your players do.
Curl! Where? Hard, Kevin! Where? Hard. Really good. Still curl. Hard, Barry.
What was that?
You got it. Hard.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Very nice draw.
Hit and roll.
Fully buried, top of the 8-foot. Top 8. Rose will follow
for
him
the
in.
double. I think he's calling for the
he's playing the hit and roll. Double would be pretty tough, but he can certainly hit and roll under.
He asked for very high weight, it looked like. Here comes.
The double is too flat, too far, but it's certainly a hit and roll under would be a good shot, and he's close to making that. There it is.
Oh! Wow.
Great shot by Sando. It does peek out the other side, but that's about as good as you can make that shot.
I see it here, but
that's what your seconds are for.
The top one. Okay.
Rose side is this.
I like it.
Yeah, the foot just shot away.
And you like T?
Wes Wendling looking at clearing up some of those center guards. Wendling with hammer looking to score multiple here.
Okay. I like hack though. One side. Yep. Clean. Yes. Yes. Hard. Hard. Really hard. Really hard. Whoa. Whoa. Hard. Yes. Stay on it.
That's going to wreck and bump the other Yellowstone in. So some frustration creeping in here.
Absolutely.
For Team Wendling. Team Rose playing awfully well.
Staying cool, staying confident.
It's a mess. I like that.
Rose going to corner freeze on the red stone belonging to Wendling.
Something I think is a great addition here is at the near side or the warm room side, each team gets a 1-minute break between ends. And coaches have been able to go out there and meet with their teams during the 1-minute break. Help settle them, go over the plan, go over what went well, maybe something they might have missed so far. Neither team using their timeout so far. Each team having one timeout to call their coach out and meet, discuss a tricky situation.
On that.
Usually teams electing to save those for later on.
Good plan B, I like it.
Yeah, you get one timeout per game, plus one in the extra in an extra end. So
sitting on that top
Wendling now looking to hit and roll under. Would love to get a little action on that yellow stone and that's touching the button. This is Kevin Tuma.
Oh wow, lots of weight here.
Decided not to sweep it too far for the roll because they want to be able to use that stone.
Close.
We're guarding. Really want to steal
Yep.
one.
Did you take off a lot or what happened?
Front end took the words out of my mouth, trying to really go for the steal here by guarding it up. Not the safest situation they're in, but
freeze. Okay, lights to miss, yeah.
So I think they're going to freeze on top. It's a good call.
okay.
I don't know.
Like that a little better. I also really like controlling the center of the
Take either one.
house, making sure you have options, especially when it comes to those skip rocks. Nice to have something to raise, work into a double.
Yeah, Brock. Yeah.
Looks like the miss will come up perhaps a little bit light. No, it's close. Can they get the right angle on those reds? That's what they're looking for. They don't want to set it up.
Pretty decent result.
It's like exactly what
Not bad because the angles are certainly in their favor now.
What? Like back four?
Wendling trying to think how he can
If we
get some
stand
separation
back
here.
like that, do we
Roll
get them
under.
both out and then we're sitting?
Go 4-2. 4-10.
Sitting too. I guess they have hammers, so we wouldn't just close it off. And yeah, we just. I know why.
Tuma trying to hit and roll under. They won't be shot
Back
after
eight!
this. They're unlikely to be shot.
Back eight!
Trying to, again, try to build some kind of end.
Back
Similar
eight!
scenario we've seen in other ends. Wendling trying to build an end, and Rose, Team Rose, making enough shots to make that difficult. Now, really difficult situation for Wendling.
Yeah, he's bored.
All the angles in Rose's favor.
I think so too.
Absolutely. There's also the question now, when do you go for it?
Who?
Rose, when do you hit that? Because it's, that yellow's begging to be slammed and get those reds out of there, but
I think I'd leave that yellow. It's doing nothing but good
can't
things for them at
exactly know when to save a shot. That'll still be there, hopefully.
And those angles are all in their favor at the moment.
Up.
Yeah.
Oh, let it die. I think. Let it die. Brock.
Roxano on the inside, they're going to sweep it right to the face, I think.
How bad are the angles?
All right.
I think if you
Another good
run
shot.
it,
I
you can
don't
get rid of 2 yellows.
We should go for the guard.
I don't know how those rocks will come off. They might have a look at that.
If they hit that red, it's our yellow.
Look at the angles. I think
I mean, we have this, but these are
I
still
think it's a little less ideal for Rose, but still a really tricky situation for Wendling.
just listening as Wes and Kevin
After my
discuss
last
it.
shot, because that way That way, like, no matter how they hit it, there's no way they could have gone out as out.
Maybe neither one of them has a mic on. Oh, there's Wes.
Stuck in concentration.
Back line. If
You can see their coaches on the bench in the window there, looking very serious,
yeah, that's fine.
very interested in what their plan is here. Coaches cannot signal to the players. In U18, they may signal for a timeout from the bench, but here it is all up to the players. They need to know when they need help.
I'm really hoping they're inside here.
I'm not 100% sure what they've elected to do here. They talked about moving these yellows with like back 8 weight, but they might be playing the chisel on the red. Yeah, I think that's what they're playing. They're going to try to chisel the red over. If they get it thin enough, they can line 2 here.
No, they're hitting their red.
Now trying to hold it. No, now they are playing on those rocks in front. They will change the angles, but not in a particularly great way for Team Wendling.
We're 2 right now.
Rose 1 or 2, pretty close there though.
I think Rose might be line 2. It's not. It's all Rose right now.
No. Can we just guard it up?
And all play is right in that forefoot. Not what
really
you
have
want
another
when you
shot.
have hammer.
Lights the miss here. I think.
Wow.
I'm not sure how Wendling is going to get at those 2 yellow stones right now. The angles are definitely in favor of Team Rose.
Yeah, ours, sure.
I think they're going to guard there. Although I don't even know what Wes Wendling would do with that rock that's just into the 8 foot at this point.
Yeah,
I guess he might be able to. There's no angle that looks particularly good.
Yeah, really every shot I can think of, there's a rock just 1 centimeter or 1 inch just in the way, messing it up.
Caiden Rose here, his first rock here in the 8th end. Rose up 5-4 over Wendling.
Right here. Stay off, stay off, stay off, stay off, stay off, stay off. Over and off. Can we get the
So a skip throwing a guard.
Take off this, take off this.
The curl a little more than they wanted, but it's pretty close. They might get a little bounce.
Skip dreams of getting to throw a guard in games.
Not
Means
every
your
skip.
team
Some
set
skips
you up
like
well.
some skips like to throw the
like
double
that.
for 4.
I like that.
More than a guard. Let's listen in as Wes and Kevin try to make sense of their situation here.
You'll never get rid of both of these in one shot. It has to be 2 shots, right? So you either play this on your first or you try a long run.
I just don't know if
You could even, it could do this, it could hit your red. If you hit it hard enough, it'll get rid of 1 yellow.
red always puts here, I think.
But you get your one of them out of there.
Maybe. I'd almost. Where?
I actually am not entirely clear that we're sitting to.
Or this, or even just right onto this.
You know, making this and just touching this sets up this shot too.
I know. I saw it.
If you hit this
The
here,
one for the double would win the
it opens this up where you can
So
run it.
I'm not guilty about that.
Like you're just moving this to here as you wick.
There's no.
I don't see anything else.
Thing is, no matter. Don't go outside.
But hitting the red is okay. Hitting this is okay. You hit a quarter of this rock and you got one of the yellows out.
We got the flipped out microphones. You hearing that, sports commentator?
And one of the biggest problems, of course, is just how well
I hope they didn't hear that.
Rose
You have to hit it
clogged
thinner
up
than you might think.
the high middle. Those 3 guards right
a
at
quarter
the
of your
top
shooter
really
hits a
blocks
quarter of
off a
that
lot of angles, a lot of shot possibilities.
So Wendling will trying to hit about a quarter of the red stone. He talked about hack, but I think Kevin Tuma was right there suggesting normal. They'd love to just get directly onto the yellow stone in the top of the 4 foot. Just catch that. But if they hit it too thin, they think some other good things can happen. So here we go. Wes Wendling, first shot, 8th end.
Normal.
How is it? How's it look? This looks good.
He doesn't like it. Looks like it's going to be too thick and not get the action they wanted. It's going to curl across. I think they're really struggling to figure out where to put the broom in this game. Now Rose with all kinds of possibilities to steal 2 here. I'm not even sure what he's going to be taking away.
High up like a light is. They have on this side.
Yeah, unfortunately
they have
for
on this side. There's nothing.
that rock for Wes,
I don't even think they have anything on this side. Let's
really
just,
the only result is that it took away that shot. That red now
Caiden,
on the top right of our screens, right outside of the rings, not really usable.
I think the only shot this guard takes away is if Wendling was going to play the straight red and try to roll in to be second shot, which is really tough because of the way that yellow is. I think he might have to try to hit the sliver of the red that he can see. But that could be really disastrous as well. There's problems there. There's problems all around. So no matter where this rock ends up.
Okay. I'd stay off then. We want it higher up. We want it higher up. Higher up the better.
And Rose just continuing to block everything off, completing the Great Wall.
Now what's...
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could get 1. You could cut them down to 1. Or do you think it's there for 1?
I don't see a shot there for 1, but
with hack?
Unless you were able to just chisel that.
I don't think we need hack.
No, but like back 8.
It's just back 4.
No, kid, we wouldn't have done anything differently, and I hope that we wouldn't have done anything differently.
Yeah, I mean, even if you
okay, but you're saying that as if you're gonna kill me.
Push that over a centimeter, you at least only give up 1.
He's got a curl.
So tricky discussing the weight here. They've settled on back 8. They have to hit it thin, but they also have to hit it hard enough to push it to at least be second shot. They've got to just buzz by the guard here, the guard that, calling the guard that rock that's red, their own red rock that's half in the 8 foot. Super tough. Really.
Yeah, you only need a 420.
I think they'll be really happy if they end up cutting them down to 1. 420 split time. Wes Wendling.
Still a little quick.
Last shot, 8th end.
Back line! Back line!
Waiting for it to start curling, and there it goes.
No, I don't think it has the weight or the line. So that'll be a steal of 2 for Team Rose, and we'll head to the 9th end with Team Rose out in front 7-4. They're going to have a look at these, but I think it's 2. They're going to measure 1 for sure, and they'll measure for 2. Should we stick with them for the measure? Watch Victor do the measure here. I guess we will.
Victor Lee, volunteer here at Broomstones.
And part of our officiating crew, he's going to come out and measure these 2 stones.
I would have pounded it the whole way.
Not unfamiliar with the competitive scene. Used to curl with, I believe, Chinese Taipei.
Round 3 with hammer, though, I think we've had several ends where you can get multiples.
Sure, we just have to make them.
And I don't think they're going to play, they don't know how to play.
But Rose continuing to have a very good record in terms of steals.
I don't know.
Them putting up those center guards, playing to the 4 foot so far, seems to really be what they're comfortable with and is having a big effect on the teams they're playing.
This is a good time for me to mention that Victor Lee is wearing one of our Columbia, great sponsor Columbia, and they're wearing one of our jackets. You can find that very jacket online. Go to our website, usacurling.org, go to shop, and you'll find that very jacket for sale, along with some other items coming up shortly. I'm shameless in my promotion of merchandise.
If you haven't updated the wardrobe in the last few years, get that sleek, updated USA Curling logo.
We're a little time too.
So here comes the measure. It's 1 for sure. That would make the score 6-4. They're measuring for 2.
Now we do have set houses here. They aren't painted, so they aren't perfect. This is the way to find out. I always say even if you think it's within a few millimeters and it might be the others, give it a measure.
Coming around to measure the red. That looks to me to be red. Maybe red as was really close. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just on this.
We're going to have one more look at it.
Sounds like the initial thought is maybe red, but...
So that would be 1 for Rose this end versus 2. But let's see here. Victor's going to take it around once more to confirm.
Just past the 1.
Avery Wilson and Kevin Tuma, the 2 thirds on this team. I think Wendling would be pretty relieved if it was just 1 because they were convinced it was 2. It's very close.
That one didn't make it to 1.
They still haven't been able to come up with it. A tough measure for
We're
Victor.
doing a third pass. One of the passes went to them, one of the passes went to us.
So they're going to call it another official.
So, I mean...
Well, which one was tighter?
Are we sure it's not, like, wiggly here?
And this is why you always pull out the measuring tool.
Unless it's
You know,
clear.
it's a laser measure, right? No?
Then don't pull out the measuring device. But so
They did that
Victor's
to
going to
Breyer.
call out.
They had to measure with a laser because the measuring
I think he's going to
device
call
was
Chief
out.
umpire?
He's going to call out Deputy Chief Umpire Alan McNeil for a discussion. Comes Alan.
Alan, very experienced making these kind of calls at big tournaments like this. So looks like he's going to go for a full reset. Maybe we could have done the ad break.
So deal with his lanyard. Make sure his credential doesn't want a problem. This is high drama, though. I don't think we want to miss this.
You want to put money on it, Dean?
No, I don't, actually. I thought it was yellow all day, but it's closer than they thought. And it's actually been shown to be both sides. Good move by Victor to bring in another official.
I mean, we've had multiple opportunities for like 3 plus.
So right about
So I don't think we're
3
out
on
of
the
it.
3.
And I don't know. They probably won't play clean.
Let's look back at what we're going to do here. I feel like if they throw a guard, they're going under. They're going to throw 4. Then we're going corner.
Over. Alright, 1 yellow.
I'm good with coming around.
So it is
We
2
put all our eggs in the
yellows.
one-
So
yeah,
in the
but
second
I
measure,
think
it's
someone tried to
now
get a little too nippy.
2 yellows. So that
Two yellows.
makes the score 7-4.
Thank God we did the second spin.
For Team Rose over Wendling. We'll be back with the
Hey, we got this.
9th end in just a moment.
Was it us? It was them.
So you're take a deep breath before you throw, right? Like,
I have to take a pitch, actually.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
All right, we're back. 2023 USA Curling Junior National Championships. Wendling versus Rose, and it's Rose with a 7-4 lead. The young Rose team continues to impress. They're up 7-4, playing the 9th end.
One could even say it's humming up roses.
Good job, guys.
Uh-oh. I needed the ba-dum-bump sound there, but...
Accidentally went without my slider. I gotta...
Sorry, it's 7-4. It threw me off with the wordplay, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Too early for that?
Yeah, too early for my brain to process, I guess. But so both teams had an ample opportunity there to discuss the next end with their coaches with that long measure. And they talked to, Wendling talked to their coach about how they would approach this end.
Side, Brock. Other side. Yeah, we're good.
So Rose goes into the rings, corner guard goes up.
Yeah.
That was their coach, Scott Armstrong. They've got two coaches, this team, Jim Wendling and Scott Armstrong, but I do think that Scott Armstrong seems to be the one who comes out during breaks.
I feel like it's Brock's rock. Straight.
Wendling would love to get the first score of this game more than 2. They'd love to get a 3.
Oh, wait, no.
I mean, they'd love to get an 8-ender. Unfortunately, for some of us, might not be in the cards this game. Hopefully not this tournament either.
I don't think the 8 is in play, but certainly they're looking to score 3 here. And
yeah, 3 and then steal for the win, get a 4 and then try to defend for the win. I think the most realistic probability is get your 2 this end,
because the first time
and then maybe go for a steal in the last end.
Well, one thing they did discuss the break, they have had opportunities to score big ends. Rose has made some made some great shots.
So it can fit with
get
your
his team out of trouble. So you can tell Wendling's a little frustrated. So they have had opportunities to build ends. It gets tougher as the game progresses because you're forced to make tougher and tougher shots to build big ends. The other team playing with a lead.
Should this result hold,
I got 20.
It would really even up the playing field with no unbeaten team. I believe Rose would go to the top of the standings sheerly due to head-to-heads. Am I correct?
He would, yes.
Get it touching.
Working this one hard. They're trying to bring it into the rings. They don't really need it in the rings quite yet.
Okay.
Almost like rolling to the second corner on the left.
I'm totally fine with
this is fun too.
So Wendling will hit and roll to a corner. They did talk about making sure that they opened up the center earlier in the end than they have been. This is Jackson Armstrong.
Yes! Hard!
Working really hard. Would love to clear up some of these guards. It's one of them.
As they drew it up, though, they wanted to leave their shooter for a corner guard.
That's good. I just need more.
No, I think through the port going inside out. Hit it nose.
I thought that would have rolled way more.
No, hit it nose. Just nose. Because we want to keep it. No, we are playing.
So Rose, a little shift in their strategy here, but up 7-4. Now they're going to try to.
Left of nose is okay too, so it doesn't crash. We don't want it to crash on the back one. Okay, he's saying it won't.
I think it would be.
If it does,
the more natural way to play this would probably be with the intern.
If it crashes now, I get to say
make a double peel. Maybe get the counter that belongs to Wendling. There is some danger here with this shot. This is Brock Sando.
Looking good, whole way down.
Well, he will cross the face, make the peel that way.
One less rock for Wendling to use.
Oh, okay. I thought we were just trying to...
And again, eyeing up. Hopefully getting
Same
rid
thing.
of both of those guards at once.
I just didn't want it to crash on the yellow.
Trying to... These staggered guards are a problem for them right now, so they're trying to open it up, even though they need to score big this end. They want to bring that rock buried under the corner into play. Kevin Tuma.
Yeah, leaving up some center guards seems to have... Whoa! Almost gets the triple.
Does get everything moving,
But-
removes the 2 corner guards.
Cleans it up a whole lot. Still have a rock under cover. Caiden will look to put it back. Guard it up again.
Just a hair thicker.
Two
I think
guard.
you got it.
I think a 2 is better than a 3.
Of course, if I'm Caiden Rose, I don't super mind giving up 2 here because I absolutely want Hammer in the 10th end.
Well, he's
Just can't get
perfectly
risky.
comfortable giving up 2. He doesn't want to give up 3. 2 he's
Absolutely
perfectly
not.
happy with. And of course,
One even better.
If he does steal, he's basically won the
Rock,
game.
rock,
So
rock, rock, rock. Curl it,
those
curl
are
it.
the.
Curl it.
They're in a great position, Team
Bring it.
Rose. Really, the
Bring
only
it.
scenario that doesn't work for them too well is giving
Oh.
up 3 or more.
Perfectly on center, perfectly on center.
And they're going to play that guard. Guards aren't easy on this,
Thank you.
East, and that's a nice guard from
Push
Avery
me
Harris.
back. Push me, bring my rock.
Avery Wilson, I'm sorry.
44.
I got 12-5. 12-5.
Dude, I always throw my guards so because
So
I,
Wendling thinks he
I
can
have
dig
the
this out
mindset,
with a
like,
12-5
it's not for
hog-to-hog
every single
throw.
guard.
That's what he'll ask Kevin Tuma to
It
do.
is, so, because there's no way I'm gonna hog it. So I may as well like. I don't know.
13. Clean. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Hard.
Oh, even looking to just go straight for the back one.
Yeah, it was available. They dug it out. 12-5
right.
hog-to-hog, and they'll split the rings now.
Nice toss, Kevin.
Now we'll see Rose probably start
No, I said
hit
no
the
way they
open
hit
one.
that.
That'd be
That
the
was a
smart
great
call.
shot.
The time.
I don't.
Can hit and
I don't
roll
like
under,
it.
even just
I don't like
nosing
it
there
when
isn't the
stuff like
worst.
that. Normal.
See, but I think it's calls like that really going for the back ones and leaving those center guards up is what's hurt them in a lot of ends.
Well, I don't think they had any other option there. They had to try to dig that one out. They had a chance to get after it. I mean, they're set up here at least for a 2
Yeah,
now.
no roll, no roll.
There's a miss, actually. Oh, no, they clipped it just enough, Wilson did. So now, though, the trouble without sticking around is that it gives Wendling a chance to bury another one and start to work towards a 3.
Got out. So they have hammer here. And
Either
then
that
they
or we
corner
go
one,
here,
and it's
but
totally
then they
covered.
just go here, and that one doesn't matter.
So I'm not.
I don't mind splitting, because we'll always be able to get it with Hack. He's not safe anywhere.
I was happy.
like that.
until
Right?
they
It's
somehow
either that
got
or we
around
go to
it.
Good point by the front end.
How'd they get around that?
Here,
I love the
Hack,
confident
Then they
call
can't
down the
hit.
ice and then casually to
Yeah.
your
I like the bug tee though.
other front end player, right?
I like going around the guard here. I think they have to try to play for 3. They could draw open,
Yeah.
and then they're basically settling for 2. They need 3 here, so they're going to draw around this corner guard, bury another one behind it.
Yep.
Rose will have a decision, but he's likely to just play around the center line guard. Kevin Tuma seems to think he can dig it out.
Yeah.
Well tight.
Yeah, that's for me. This end is just quick.
Really close. Good. Back 8. Curl.
If this is deep, it might set up for a double.
Line's good. Whoa, whoa.
Line looks good.
Looking
Now it's a question
good.
of where it ends up. They want to bury it. They want to bury it. And
You want to try to sit on one of those?
right behind that other good throw by
very
Kevin
nice
Tuma.
throw.
Shot.
And
Caiden Rose is
immediately,
What was their line?
quick to
4-2.
put the broom down to freeze. Certainly one option. He could also just play around the center.
Good toss.
Freeze is playing around the center might be the easier shot. And even if he's top 8, it gets tough to get it out. Challenge here is he has to make sure he doesn't chap off that bounce off the stone in the top of the 12-foot.
You good?
But he's been making these all game, so who am I to question?
Also gives Wes, if he makes it, an absolute headache on what to do. How do you get your 3? The very least, how do you get your 2?
Hold it out.
Big shot here. Caiden Rose, first shot. 9th end, his first shot.
Whoa.
Seems
Looking
like
to lock one
sweepers
in there.
like it.
Yeah.
I think it's close.
Great.
Lines.
Whoa.
Looking
Really
good.
good, actually.
It's
Line
around,
looks
it's
really
around,
good.
it's around. Curl it.
Weight
if
looks
anything.
close,
Whoa,
too.
No.
Wow.
It just doesn't want to bounce. Bounce ever so slightly, but not much.
But I think
I don't think we can throw more than
So
back line.
close.
Does spring it open a
good.
little bit. It's pretty good, but just needed a fraction less weight, and it's perfect,
A little
but
less
it's
line.
certainly challenging.
No, it would have been perfect. It would have been perfect if it was like a foot less weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sitting a lot in the house right now.
Me too.
Pointed out to me here, one shot that Wendling hasn't looked at is to make a play on that corner guard of their own. They could tap the corner guard into the rings, even if they lie,
That is
probably tap it into lie shot, and then they might have a chance for 4.
You think so?
Go 4-3.
Considering the scoreboard, that is something they could have considered. They think they can get at this. I think it's tough to get at it without losing the redstone that's currently second shot. But here we go, Wes Wendling, first shot, 9th end.
Back line!
This is curling
Back
early.
line!
Wow,
Early
right off
and
that
hard.
center line. There it goes. You definitely don't want to
Now are they going to
hit
open
your
it up?
own.
If they do, they're going to want to
Oh
open
man.
it up. Well, they do open it up. They open up the.
It looks like you're just a
Can
dump.
we hit this and roll?
Be interesting to see that again.
No. Control weight. We hit the.
Jackson seems to
Right.
think he kind of dumped it.
Draw.
I'm not so sure if Wendling hasn't struggled with his rocks a little bit. His
Okay.
rocks do seem to be
Okay, that
curling a
makes
little
sense.
more than others,
That
but
makes
I don't think I don't know for sure, but I don't know if they've changed that set around a bit.
Well, it does open up where the action has been in the ring so far. It hurts them by blocking off the center, which is where Rose now just wants to pop one right in the middle there. Sit
huge
1 and
opportunity
2.
Huge opportunity here for Rose to set up a steal and win the game. I mean, even if he just buries this one, he's at worst giving up 1. So great end by Team Rose here to end up in this situation. So Caiden Rose trying to make another draw. He's made a bunch of them this game, a bunch of big ones here. This is his last shot in the 9th end. They're up
Where is
3,
it?
trying to bury behind
They're
that
right
center
here.
line guard.
Wait. It's around.
Sando and Reeder Holman on it.
Yeah.
They're liking the line.
They like the
Looks
line
like
now.
just
It's a question of weight.
little
Can
more
they get
for
it far
weight.
enough?
Top eight.
Can they get it there? They want to be second
Little help
shot.
from the vice.
They will be second shot. Great shot.
Really good. Might be open through that, accessible through
Hey,
the
don't call
port,
timeout.
but
Trouble is, you go through the
realistically,
port, there's nothing there for 2, I don't think. That's the
yeah.
problem.
And even just,
No.
They're going to call a timeout. Let's listen in
Yeah.
as their coach comes out, but I don't think they have a lot of good options.
It's for 2.
what's for
No,
two?
they don't.
I don't think there's anything for 2.
I don't know if we ever get.
Because if you
It's a tight port too. I'm not loving it.
if you stick on that yellow, I think
We got to steal.
you
It's
don't
there.
count
I
still.
don't think it's not there. It's there. The intern. You get as long as you get by this, it curls enough to wicket.
But wicket, we got to go. Wait to get that out. We have to go field. I don't think it gets through then.
Then just take your 1.
I think that will be the advice of their coach.
It's the red run. Yeah.
Even then, I'm not a fan because this rock is just in such a good spot. You can't even if you come across the top, it still goes here and then you puts it here.
Just go here.
Yeah, it's
But
just the
still
draw.
2. I think we got it.
Yeah, so I think they've.
What do you have to say about the 10th then? Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So Jackson Armstrong asked their coach there, the other Armstrong, that for 10th end advice, because they really have no shot for 2 here. First, they have to make this shot a draw against 2. They need to touch the forefoot to
What time are we throwing here?
score 1 here and try to steal 2 in the 10th. So Rose firmly in control of this game at the moment, making the big shots when they needed them.
That's what it was.
Wes Wendling, last shot, 9th end, drawing against 2.
I want to go.
Look. Wait on me.
Armstrong wants to go for weight. He's got some curling to do. Looks close. Is this rock going to stop in time? I'm not sure it will. Just in time. So there it is, a draw for 1 for Wes Wendling. Just. That makes the score 7-5 after 9 ends. We'll come back with the 10th.
It was a 26.
Caiden Rose and his team will have hammer.
The everyday person may not aspire to be a professional athlete or an Olympic athlete. You may just want to be the best person you can be. You just may want to sleep better. You may want to feel better. Thorne has many products that can support all of those things. So it's not just about performing or running faster or jumping higher. It's those little things that go into having a higher quality of life.
We're back to 10th end here in this Wendling-Rose matchup. It's been entertaining, hasn't it, Kelsey?
Oh, absolutely. I think everything we asked for and more even.
So, Rose with hammer. Up 2. Certainly in the driver's seat here.
Curl.
Wendling will be trying to steal 2.
Ooh, and this first rock looking a little light. Again,
Working hard
Wendling
to
playing
get that
with
over.
3.
Trying to get this one over. Will they make it over? They wanted to have a high guard and then a. So there's the high guard. They'll probably
About as high as you can get.
Yeah, they'll probably come back with a guard behind that. Rose elects
Throwing
to just
through.
go right through.
Very smart.
So that's a debate with the 5 rock rule. Do you throw through
Those are
up
the shots that kind of make my
up
stomach
2
drop a little bit.
with last rock?
You know.
Some players think you need to be up 3, but it's certainly up for debate among many. Did throw it through, because the other call there would have been to
big ad.
draw to the wing. Jackson Armstrong trying to go behind that long guard with another guard.
Line's good. Straight if ever.
Curl in a bit. 16. It's gotta stop. Pretty short.
Directly behind. Really good pair of stones from Jackson Armstrong.
Did that sneak in, though?
Maybe on. They could probably get after it. He's going to ask for a measure on it.
No.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Miss is like heavy.
So not sure if he wants to throw through, draw. Kind of. asking what the thrower wants.
I think
The thrower responding back, I'll throw what you tell me, Skip.
they're going to draw to the wing. I don't mind this call. Up 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the shots that make me hate lead though. Like, I almost threw up when I thought I hogged it.
Oh.
Drawing to the wing here, drawing open side.
Oh.
Didn't want to tick
Very
that and move
close
it off the
there.
center line, but
Though now this looks a little deep, maybe. Will it stop? No.
so that slips right through the rings.
Really?
I just like giving.
Just top 4.
So 2 guards up. Now Jackson Armstrong will attempt the out-turn come around.
Girl side. If anything. He's got to move. Room. Easy.
Line's good.
Yeah, and that's where playing with 3 can really tire you out, because whether you're sweeping to curl, as we see Tuma doing, switching back and forth between getting it to curl or getting it to go straight.
There's the
Skip
ballet
coming out
switch
to
to the
help.
skip. Whenever you have that third brusher, second brusher come out, make sure they're next to the stone.
Yeah. All right, and we have now passed the no-tick rule. We have passed the 5 rock rule. Now Caiden's looking to clean this up and have something nice and clean for his rocks.
I thought I gave it to you, but
He's playing on the rocks in the rings. He could also just peel that high guard. Would be another option. But he's going to play in the one in the rings. Roxando. They might get that high guard as it is, and there it is. They move the high guard, which is a pretty good result.
Exactly. It's one of those shots where plan A, B, C, D all have pretty good outcomes.
The only problem is it left a high corner that could cut off that in-turn path to the forefoot if Caiden needs it on his last. So Wendling will ask Tuma to replace that guard.
easy. 1.
Line's good. Curl sides. Look.
Needs a hair.
Really got to curl. Look.
I can wait. Oh, shoot. Ah, we're at 3 now.
Leave it high.
I can go.
Little finish. Whoa, stop.
Okay. Good. Pretty good.
So they cover shot rock, leave that one just out of the rings.
I have a brush to the hair, but
open.
Look like he pulled. Okay.
Caiden Rose could make the double certainly here.
Still interested in clearing up the house.
3-4.
And what other sport
4-4.
can make an 8th grader so dedicated to cleaning the house? Parents, if you haven't yet, get your kids enrolled. Curling, usacurling.org.
usacurling.org is certainly a good place to start. Or there's also Find a Club in there where you can find any USA Curling member club within your area. And of course, Google works pretty well for finding member clubs as
Do we
well.
almost want to be back 8?
So they do eliminate one red stone with that shot, but still a guard up.
Back 4. Okay.
Again, they might have wanted to take a pass at running that guard into the rings, make the peel, move some of the rocks in the rings and eliminate that center line guard, but they're sticking with the schedule that they've been using.
Top 12.
Line's good.
Whoa, T, sure T.
It's went from top 12 to T to back 4.
It's there on its own.
Stay close.
I'm not loving it.
Close.
Looks heavier than you might expect.
It's coming down
Skip
now.
said not loving it.
Should dig in here. The
Doesn't-
slide pass should be getting a little worn down, although that doesn't happen as much these days, but
Yeah. We also have our games on the edge sheets finished up here. Team Gunsel defeated Team Brendan. And then on the other side, we have Team Grabau defeating Team Carlson.
4:15.
So less bodies on the ice can affect the temperature a lot of the time.
That's what this team does.
And there are a lot of factors that go into curling ice: humidity, temperature, how long have they been playing on it, how worn down is it. How frequently did we throw down this path? How recently did we throw down that path? And don't get the target rock, but ultimately clear that center guard. Personally, I like it a little more.
Clear
Clearing
the
that
center guard. The one challenge earlier is just that red stone on the edge, blocking the path to the forefoot, but Wendling still only with rocks, not good scoring rocks at this point, but he's going to ask Tuma for another guard.
1-2.
Yep. Up 2. Rose
Line's good.
is also happy to go for a blank, though. Rose can even give up 1.
Line only.
Where?
2. High
And
2.
still take the win.
Whoa.
But Wendling choosing to put that guard back up in about the exact same spot.
Good rock.
So guard goes up. I think this would be a
a
good
little
time
better.
for Rose to look at making this. Throwing the out turn, you might get the double and the
Yep.
peel. He's
Yep.
going to play the straight peel. The reality is you keep peeling this out. He's up 2. At some point you might end up on your last only needing to make contact to win the game.
Yep. Wendling need 2 to keep the game going. Extra curling. But
This is Avery Wilson.
little wide it looks, trying to push that rock over
He'll get
and
the
still
peel.
make contact.
You might want to brush that one right over and out as far as they can. It goes far enough, I think.
I don't mind the
guess they
tap.
couldn't. It wasn't their stone, so.
I was going to let you have that one.
That would be a tricky maneuver.
We got to sit 2.
So we're talking about how they sit 2. So this is Wendling's first.
Yeah. I like it.
Trouble with sitting 2 now is I think, then Rose just runs that one in the 12-foot in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess you come back and guard. If he makes the double.
Top 4. Should we call a timeout? Oh wait, did we already?
Yeah,
So they're going to come around, try to bury one behind the rock in the 12-foot, which really is a guard. What do you like here, Kelsey?
What time? 30.
I do like this. I like blocking off. Well, it's always what the skip feels comfortable throwing.
Still down.
So Wendling will try to
Hair down.
draw behind the rock in the top 12. Rock on its way, out turn draw.
Top
Looks
4.
like they're waiting for it to curl. The weight is close.
We should call it right now.
Sure T.
Yeah.
Armstrong saying it's definitely on the tee now. Starting to walk over now. Can they bury enough of it? Digging in too as it gets into that slide path, I think.
Hit the slide.
No. Can the double here sets up a
Let's
guard?
hear as
All right.
Wendling, as Team Rose discusses their options.
Okay, I feel like
Think
we should
about
do
calling their timeout. Ooh,
I feel like we should.
they should. You have it. It's
Okay,
all
but then we
yours.
Set up a guard though.
You only have one more opportunity to use it.
Yeah.
Use it earlier.
I think it's pretty clear here. Hit that top one.
Right there.
And you're probably just going to have to, if you make the double,
Okay.
you're just going to have to make
Okay, center
contact
line
on your
reference.
last.
Oh, I'm a big believer in always using your timeout. Your coach already put their shoes on. Get them out there.
Well, I like the call. They certainly settled on the right call. They make this double, and all Wendling's left to do is put one in the rings, and then Caiden Rose just has to make contact for the win. Rose, his first shot, 10th end, up 2 with the hammer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
An
Not
early
the
call
cleanest
for
release
Super
on that.
Yes.
It's close.
Ooh,
Just
it only
misses the
gets the
double.
one. So,
Now you tap.
This is a double now.
and I think, yep,
Wendling's going
tap
to
it
discuss
back.
the tap. Let's
Still the same
listen
drop,
in
but
as they
Christmas
talk
tree
about
here.
their options.
It makes them.
We need separation. Then you just hit the nose.
You were a bit inside.
I like the tap. I think we're here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Edge 8.
It's not terrible either. You like edge 8? Right. Okay, that's fine.
So they're going to play the tap just inside edge 8 foot for the line.
It's like back 4
Yep,
weight,
I
right?
think this is perfect. You want to make Caiden choose. Do I go for a double, or his draw game has been very excellent this morning.
No, if we take out 2.
I mean, I think what you want to do in this position too, if you're Team Wendling, you want to make him choose between a hit or a draw against the loss.
Yep.
So if you lie 3 here, the draw would be against the loss.
Exactly.
Pretty good though. He's a 20.
To probably make him select the hit, but we'll see. So first, Wes Wendling needs to play this tap, trying to tap it straight back.
Can I go?
Girl side.
All right, here it comes.
Back 4 was the weight they were looking for.
Top 4.
Potentially Wes's.
Now
Top
it's
4.
Top 4.
Top 4.
Now it's not going to
Final
get to
rock.
the nose.
It's
not
a
going to
little
get to the nose here.
back.
It's going to
How
chap
far
off.
back?
Not the worst. Yeah.
Unfortunate. Great weight,
Whatever
exactly
you're
what they were
most
looking
comfortable
for,
with.
but
We
didn't
could
get the
either
curl they were
draw.
expecting.
So let's listen into Rose
If
now
we hit
and his
stick this
calculus.
perfectly, then are you sure you want to get out of the zone? Okay. All right.
Yep,
we'll
and this is
discuss
where
it.
you
So can-
mentioned,
if you hit and stick
do you
this right
draw
here, you
against the
outcount that
loss,
one, and then they
or
only
just
get
get
one.
rid of one and...
No, Ken, I'm stating this not as an opinion, as a fact. If you hit and stick this and it outcounts that back one, and then we win.
That is true. Even if he
Yep.
noses that one, I think it's. I think even if you nose that one right there, you probably would be second shot. Well, you would
Yep.
be second shot for sure. So
Yep.
I think the hit's the shot to play here. Listen to Sean.
Nose, right? Even if it does jam, it's just the top, right? If you hit and roll a little, or if you hit a little low or high and it doesn't jam, you get the win, right? So the right, and because you just threw the hit, my gut is the hit.
Mm.
I understand. If you choose to draw, I'll stand by you.
It's coach saying,
And it's whatever you're in the
you just threw this.
If you hit nose, you're fine.
Yeah, really, you just play for the nose hit. Although you could
I think
stuff it, I
what-
guess, and leave them lying 2 at the back. That's one problem.
I personally like
I like
the
this
draw.
one we can use center line as
Cool, I
reference.
don't
You
like
just
the draw,
need
Kelsey.
a little more than 8 foot, and you have a little bit of backing. And he's.
I
I
like-
wouldn't
you
say
like
this
that
if he
side line?
hadn't been so on top of his game. Though this is the last
I
game
don't
going
see
on
any-
out there.
I don't see any reason to play the draw here. There's a lot of good things that can
Right here?
happen with this hit, and even if you just remove 1 stone and you give up 2, you have hammer
big
and an
center
extra
line
end.
reference,
So
okay?
I think they're playing the right call here. I mean, I think even if he hits and rolls, either way, not too far, he scores. He's at least second shot. Here we go. This is it. Caiden Rose, he's up. His team is up 2, playing the 10th. Last shot here in the 10th end.
Can you
Needs
take
to-
out the only remaining unbeaten team?
Needs to make contact. Contact secures at least an extra end. Contact the right way makes the win. Here he goes. In-turn hit.
And to take the top of the table.
Yeah, yeah,
Looked tight though.
yeah.
Sweepers on early.
He got it started and missed it, I think. Oh, he's
Screaming
played
for a
so
piece.
well
Let's
all
go.
game. Oh, he's played so well all
Oh.
game. I feel terrible for Caiden Rose. Wes Wendling knows they escaped with one they probably didn't really deserve to
He
get.
just played really well.
Caiden Rose with a tough flash on his last shot. He played so well all game. Young kid out of Denver, Colorado. Well, that was an entertaining game. Not how you like to see a team lose, to be honest. But he'll learn from that.
And
Thanks,
it's not
Kelsey.
over yet. We have a
Thanks.
few more games, just keeping a level head. Continue going through pool play. 2 losses is not the end. And what
Lots
I've seen,
of upside for this team.
I wouldn't be shocked if I see this in the final.
Kelsey, thanks for joining us on behalf of USA Curling. Thanks for everyone who joined us for the webcast and earlier ones. And my thanks to Curling Stadium, our partners in this process. We'll be back today, I believe, at 2:30 with the, is it 2:30 or 2? I wish I knew. check 2:30. I'm told 2:30 with the women's draw, and then there'll be another game in the evening. It's a 3-draw day here from the Junior Nationals. Thanks again, Kelsey, and thanks to Broomstones Curling Club for hosting.
I think you would